Live coverage starting soon. 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 Live coverage starting soon.
It's time for Portageville Bulldog football. Our broadcast presented by Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Baker Implement Company, NEA Baptist Hospital, and by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Title sponsor for our broadcast, First State Bank and Trust. Broadcast sponsors include Ellington Insurance, the City of Portageville, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Portageville Schools, Butler Drug, Greenpoint Ag of Portageville, First State Community Bank, New Madrid County Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Amy Pryor, and by Lewis Roan Farms. And now to the broadcast booth with Paul Davidson and Heath Conaway for Portageville Bulldog football.
Welcome and good evening, Bulldog football fans. Welcome to Scott City High School, where now on the field you see the Scott City Chaffee Marching Band playing Rock Lobster. All right, week 4 here. Bulldogs 1-2, Scott City Rams, Chaffee Red Devils 2-1. I'm gonna hand it over to Mr. Davidson, who's gonna give us a quick rundown of our last week forfeit, which we didn't play, but Scott City played. And Mr. Davidson to give you a highlight of what they did and highlights of this game, what to expect.
Technically we won 14-0. 13-0.
Yes.
Thanks to the forfeit, which did help elevate us in the district standings, which I'll talk about here
And
later.
I will say before you dive in there, let me just slowly roll to our west. It looks like we may have a little bit of storms rolling in. Earlier we did see some lightning, and I believe in the booth just to the right of us I heard something about lightning in the area. So there might be a slight weather delay here at Scott City before we get started with our main kickoff. But back to you, Mr. Davidson, and give us this rundown.
All right, so last year Portageville did not play Chaffee, but they did play the Scott City Rams, and they ended up losing to Scott City 28-24 in a close heartbreaker. This season they are 2-1, as Mr. Conway pointed out. They started off the season taking on East Prairie here at Scott City and won that game commandingly, 49-8. Then they took on the Kelly Hawks and lost that game 16-14. And then last week they went down to Hayti for their homecoming and blew them out 52-38. The big story coming out of that Hayti game was their running back, Rustin Underwood, who had over 300 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns in last week's game on that Saturday. So he's the player to kind of watch, look for the ground and pound. But, of course, Portageville has had some issues with the passing game, so don't be surprised if they try to open it up and go for deep. Talking to Coach Red before today during school, he kind of said that Portageville just needs to prevent those big plays, keep that containment, don't let the top off of the defense, and we should be fine. Personally, I would really love to see Portageville get a little bit more of an offensive identity. Last time we saw the field, it was more the defense and the special teams that were stepping up and helping Portageville be able to get in positions to possibly challenge for that Hayti game that ended up eventually going away from us. And during the coaches show this week, Coach Bidwell even bemoaned the fact that we kind of had a game that we thought we were going to get last week with Confluence Prep, and that would have been a really good just kind of getting things clicking on offense and just getting those reps in.
I don't know what the word is, just to kind of reassure the kids, like what you're doing is absolutely everything that needs to happen. Is just we need to change some things up, and we're in the direction we needed to go. All right, Bulldogs now taking the field. Adjust my camera there. All right.
So we need to prevent the worst possible outcome on 4th and long to happen. I was talking to him during lunch today, and I said it's kind of funny. Like, you want negative plays a lot of the time in football, but whenever we're in 3rd and long and 4th and long, that seems to be when our problems start rising up, and we might be better off being in a 4th and 2 or a 4th and 3 than a 4th and 12. But hopefully the last 2 weeks we've been able to get that under stabilized. I believe they are trying some different people out in some different positions. Everybody had a week to kind of heal up, and so I know for a fact these boys are ready to hit somebody. Tay Bogan, when he was leaving school today, was like, I'm a feast on some Rams. And he even kind of did the ram horns to me whenever he was heading out.
Speaking of Rams here, they're getting ready to come out of their tunnel.
While we wait for the Rams to come out of the tunnel, let's talk about districts. Here's the district action around the area tonight. Saxony Lutheran will be taking on Marquette Catholic from Alton, Illinois.
I was about to say, whereabouts on the map is that at?
That is in Alton, Illinois. Yep. So they're taking on them. They're currently still number 1 in the district. They're followed up by Charleston, who is number 2 in the district. They're traveling to Kentucky, Barlow, Kentucky to be precise, and they'll be taking on Ballard Memorial. Hayti is traveling to Columbia, the game that we were going to have to do, but luckily we were able to get out of and swapped with a Donovan game. They're traveling to take on Father Tolton, which if you remember when we took them on last year, they were a team to be reckoned with. And then, of course, Malden, they might get them one tonight. They're hosting Donovan. So, excellent action all around, of course.
15 seniors on that team that just ran out, Mr. Davidson.
And of course, this is the big team, the game that everybody really likes to talk about, because we're kind of like traditionally mirror rivals. This is Northern Portageville that we're playing. The games are always close. It's never just like a crazy blowout. But with the wrinkle of Chaffee, will that kind of change things? Will it be a little bit more in Scott City's favor? We'll find out here momentarily after the
So what they're doing now, that was the underclassmen, and here is the offensive starters coming out for the Scott City Red Devils. How about that?
the Scott City Ram Devils.
The Scott City Ram Devils. There we go.
There we go. Well, actually, while the band, if you're listening on radio, like while the bands are out there performing, both the bands played together.
Yeah.
The Scott City made the S, and Chaffee, very apropos, made the C. And so, like,
makes sense.
It makes sense, and it worked out. Speaking of just generally like celebratory things, because they're celebrating Chaffee football here tonight to honor like the combination of the two teams. They listed off all their all-staters just a while ago. Portageville, I found out this week, is celebrating their 100th.
100 years. Wow.
Yep. 100th football season is this season, and we're proud to bring it to you here on Sports Radio KMIS.
Honored to have been 17 seasons of it anyway. It's pretty cool.
We're almost a fifth of the. Almost a fifth is us. Technically, I guess if you include our high school years, it is a fifth. All right, captains.
So I was about to say, captains are on the field now. I didn't quite see who walked out for Portageville, but we can take a guess at number 7, Max Warren.
Number 1,
Looks like
Deuce.
number 50, Eli Wheeler. And number 52, Zay Bogan. Tay Bogan.
Don't call him Zay.
Don't call him Zay.
He gets mad if you call him Zay. He is Tay.
He is Tay.
You have Jay, Tay, and Zay.
Okay.
Which Jay and Zay graduated last year. Zay is up at Culver Stockton, which is in northeast Missouri, playing college football with Tim Hamilton. Bankroll, if you might remember.
Bankroll.
All right. Let's see what the toss says.
I don't know what that stood for.
I think they're so
I guess we declined.
Yep.
We won the toss.
And we declined, and we're
Yep.
There we go. So we deferred to the second half, and so we'll see Scott City's offense on the field for the first time tonight. Portageville defense playing. That has been Portageville's strength is on the defensive side, despite giving up the amount of points that we have. We played really good football on defense. We're very aggressive. We can get those, as I mentioned, negative yardage plays, and we've been able to generate a couple takeovers. Last time we saw the field on a turf field, much like here at Scott City, it was turnover palooza for both us and Hayti. So,
do you think that makes a difference?
I don't. I've never played on turf, so I don't think it's like the turf from like the '80s. So I don't think it's as big of a difference. But I do think that there is I think it gets a little bit slicker. It's not the same as like this natural grass, in which, as former offensive linemen, you can't just pick up a handful of grass and throw it into your opponent's face.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to continue on with the game until they shut it down, I guess.
Person in front of us is
really
excited for the Rams to go. All right.
All right, here we go.
Max
This
Warren
is interesting.
Kick.
How long do we play before they're like, all right?
So it's all been up in the clouds, so that's the only benefit.
Short kick.
And they're going to call offsides, I guess.
Well, quick flag. I guess Portageville ran in front of the kicker first, so should re-kick.
I'll say number 77 for the Dogs. I don't have 77.
Yep. Sure don't. And it's an updated thing that was sent up here to Scott City. So, are you sure it was 77? Let me see.
It was either 77 or 75. I thought it was
71 is out there. 71's the only one out there.
So
71 is Adrian Alexander. Or Adrian Alexander.
Adrian Alexander. It does not surprise me that Adrian Alexander went and got that tackle when the whistle was blowing. So good for Adrian.
All right. Kick number 2, 5 yards back, further from the original kick. Everybody stay put. Little squib kick. Hey, it went out of bounds. Portageville almost had possession of it. But is there a flag immediate as a result of that? Or yeah, there is a flag because nobody touched it going out of bounds. Portageville was within a half of a yard of grabbing that and pulling it in.
We almost pulled off the onside
Deuce.
kick. Deuce, as I said today, leaving the lunchroom, the slowest fast kid I've ever seen. Like every day, he's one of the last people into class. He's just taking his time. I'm like, Deuce, you are the slowest fast person I have ever met. Because he's quick. He's quick out there on the football field. He's quick on the baseball diamond. But he can be slow if he wants.
All right, defense out there. So the Rams will take over right inside the Bulldog territory on the 49. I guess they're on the 48, I guess, technically.
So they're running a little bit of a modified pistol with the fullback.
There we go. Heavy presence in the backfield. Eli Wheeler in on that stop along with number 53, Max Ordez.
Maximiliano was the main guy I saw. He was staying at home. That was his gap that was being attacked, and he was able to shed his blocker and get the tackle.
Little to no gain. 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 48.
Looks like this time they're going to go trips to the small side. Very similar to some of the formations that we kind of saw Kennett running in week 1. So
still a tight formation for Scott City. They run it to the right. Ooh, he's got a little bit of running room. Man, he had a little second win there, second push.
Number 3, Jacques Bell with the tackle.
Gets it down to about the 41. It'll be 3rd and 2 for the Rams.
So I got to give it to Underwood there. He kept pounding his feet. He is not one that's going to shy away from contact, and so he kept chopping his feet, and that was the way you need to do, making rope drill work.
Big 3rd down stop here for the Bulldogs. Oh,
nope.
Not happening now. It'll be a fresh set of downs for the Rams. Easy 5.
Say the right side of our defense jumped. The outside backer and the defensive end, they were eager to blitz, and they were eager on their toes, and they got caught on the hard count. 1st and 10, Rams. .10:30 left to go here in the first quarter. Still Rams football on the first drive.
Pass to the left. Far side, there's a flag flying in. I imagine that's holding on the offense.
Yeah, far side receiver, he got the hook on the jersey.
Yeah.
So that's going to be that's a benefit Portageville, push them back about 10 to make it a 1st and 20 instead.
Flag is holding against the Rams. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
But nice little screen.
They're hanging out in the same area that they started out in, so now they're back out on the 46. Man. Goodness.
All right, Scott City's going to go trips right this time, a little bit more to the wider side of the field. This is a little bit different from the opening formations that they were running. Like I mentioned, they kind of were running similar to Kennett's style. This is screaming screen to me.
Yeah. But got the lone back on the left side. Oh, across the middle. Covered. Deflected by the Warlock. Intended for Carter, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 21, or 2nd and 20 for the Rams.
Yep, Evan Windsor there playing safety. He didn't let him get behind him. He made a good play on the ball and forced the 2nd down. Scott City was trying to test out our secondary. That has been one of our weaker spots. If you're going to get the Dogs, it's probably going to be in a long down situation right here. And so they were testing it, and so far we've hanged. Let's see if we can continue to. Once again, trips right.
Ooh, hunting down.
Pass is complete. I believe that number 30, that is CJ.
32. You have
32 caught it, but number 30, CJ Miller was hot on the trails of the quarterback there on his blitz.
Who's 32?
32
Lane Miller.
Is Lane Miller for the Rams. He gets the Rams first down.
The students who service are walking around selling
All right. Well, 1st and 10, ball on the 25.
9 minutes now left to go here in the first, still scoreless.
Getting dark over there to our west. Still got a game going on here.
Good downfield. Plus about 5, and it'll be first goal Rams.
But there is a flag. Holding against the Rams. I did not see that.
So it will not be first and goal.
Nope.
Well, it depends on the spot of the foul. Apparently the hold was about around the 23, so it'll be a odd 1st and 13 for Scott City. Say odd first downs are always one of my favorite things to see. 1st and 13.
Everybody's to the left. That's where he's rolling, to his left.
Come on, did he get him?
He got him, number 20.
Brody Warren.
Brody Warren with the tackle for a loss. Now it's going to be 2nd and about 18 or 19 even.
He's that player. He's a junior this year. He played a really good sophomore season. He's
Player of the week.
Player of the week a couple times. That's awarded by his teammates, not by us or the coaches. He
Move that ball.
he's one of those players that we believe could be a possible headhunter for us out there on defense, and glad to see him kind of step up and get that TFL.
8 minutes now here in the first quarter. Rams still in Bulldog territory, but struggling to get any kind of pay dirt out of all of this. Timeout Rams, and we'll take a timeout with them with just 7:57 to go here in this scoreless first quarter. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
Amy Pryor, Assistant Prosecutor for New Madrid County, proudly supports the Portageville Bulldogs as they gear up for another exciting season. With dedication, grit, and team spirit, these athletes are ready to make their community proud. As they take the field, Amy Pryor stands behind them, cheering on their commitment and heart. She knows success comes from perseverance, and these Bulldogs are built for it. Best of luck this season to the Portageville Bulldogs. From New Madrid County Assistant Prosecutor Amy Pryor.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. 7:57 left to go here in the first quarter. Portageville leads, or not, nobody leads anybody. It's 0-0 here in the first quarter.
Yes. Leading, yes.
In our hearts, Portageville is leading. But Scott City is staring at a 2nd and 18 coming out of that commercial timeout.
Here's a snap, rolling to his right.
Deuce is on his trail. Does he bring him down? Fumble!
Does Portageville come up with it? We shall see. No, it's still Ram football.
But it is a negative play. They lose about 3 yards, and I'll take it. Deuce got a forced fumble there. Really good movement there from Deuce coming off the far side. Corner blitz paying off for the Dogs.
Use a piece of tape.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we did have tape. All right, so 3rd and 18. This has been an area that has been cause of concern for the Dogs.
They've got 3, 2, 1 on the play clock and delay of game.
That should
definitely.
be a delay, but yes, it is.
Yep. Delay of game.
Delay of game against the Rams.
It's like he did not get it off. Like it was double zeros and that thing snapped.
Yeah, definitely.
So pushing back even further. Phew, it'll be 3rd and 20-something from Chaffee.
5-minute first series for the Rams. 2 first downs, and they're back where the original line where they started.
3rd and 25. Scott City.
They have 8 on the play clock now. 3, there it is. All right.
Play action. Going.
Almost intercepted. Good coverage there for the Bulldogs, but it's incomplete and brings up a 4th and forever for the Rams. I imagine that's bringing out the punt unit. And, yep, he's already stepping back into their territory to kick.
I say he's back there pretty far if he's going to punt it.
Well, there's more lightning off to our west. The ref is actually not looking that way, so maybe he didn't see it yet.
All right, let's see how the Scott City Special Teams punt unit looks. Looks like it's going to go into Scott City's. We can touch back. 1st and 10 from the Portageville 20-yard line.
First down. All right.
Overall, pretty solid defensive performance for the Dogs there in the first go-around. Got the negative plays, took advantage of penalties whenever they came up. We did allow 2 first downs, but it was that bend, don't break mentality that Coach Red was kind of talking about in the pregame to me before the game. And now let's see if the Portageville offense has found some
distant
wrinkles.
Listeners already. I just got a text from my dad. Thanks for listening to us all the way up there in Beach, North Dakota. Love you. Hope you're doing fine. Hope it's not too cold up there just yet.
So it was steamy when we first got here, but it has cooled down quite a bit as we hand it off to who is that? Deuce.
Still on his feet. Gets out to about the 40. So a 20-yard run for Deuce to start things off here in the Bulldogs' first series of downs.
A nice 20-yard game for Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom. I'll be on 39, so it was a 19.
Oh, 19. They took one away from him. All right, 6:38 to go here in the first. Bulldogs already with a big breakthrough there for a run of 19 yards. From the 39, Mr. Davidson.
Still running the modified pencil.
Ooh.
Option.
Decides to lower it, falls forward for a gain of about 2. It'll bring up 2nd and a long 8 for the Bulldogs.
That is certainly a wrinkle. That is not something I had on my Bulldog card.
I was not, yeah.
The last time Portageville ran an option-style play, I believe, was 2006 or 2005.
Yeah, maybe go one more year back.
All right, 2nd and 8.
We got the Warlock here near side to us. Bell and Deuce on the far side. Babb in motion to the right for the sweep. No help there for any blocking. He gets back maybe to the line of gain. Actually maybe going to lose a yard. And it'll bring up 3rd and a long 9 now for the Bulldogs.
So a little bit of miscommunication there, it looked like. He decided to cut up into the defense and trying to cut into the teeth. He saw the people coming, so he was trying to get some yardage out of nothing. Maybe if he continued to stretch it out, he might have gotten a couple more. Regardless, it's 3rd and 10, and we'll see what Portageville does.
Yep. Keeping it kind of tight. Bell and Higginbottom on the side, far side over there. Now Warlock comes out here to the near side to us. Warren back to pass, looking midfield.
Parker Babb was the intended target. He kind of got caught up in traffic there. He ran his hardest to try to catch up to it. We'll bring up a 4th and 10.
Just a yard or 2 over his head, out of his reach.
Couple score updates for you. Kelly 6, Kennett nothing. Sykeston 14, Crothersville 7.
Oh. Goodness. Camera's messing with me tonight. Back to punt for Portageville is Evan Windsor, the Warlock himself.
2 weeks ago against Hayti, he had some really good punts. Let's see if he can keep up the track.
They were averaging about 30, as is this one here, about a 35-yard punt. Gets it down to about the 24-yard line, and that's where the Rams will take over.
Worse field position than what they started off the game with. So we'll see if Portageville
Let's see
can
how
take
they
advantage
handle
of it.
themselves being in their own territory, because they had great field position on their first offensive series. So second offensive series on their 24. Whoa, big jolts of lightning to the ground. Mr. Davidson.
And we got a flag on the play.
We've got
And a sideline.
okay.
They weren't out of the box. They were in the box. They were just jumping up and down making noise.
Oh, okay.
And now they're doing Seven Nation Army again over there.
Quarterback keeper up the gut. Nobody on him except number 30, CJ Miller. Slams him down, but it's a huge first down and a huge gain for the Rams. Gets him out to the 39-yard line. Just paying out. Look at that storm off to our west real quick as we're Friday night lights here at Scott City.
So we're about 4:30 left here in the first quarter. So hopefully we can get to at least quarter before anything serious gets called. Scott City got a first down there off of a good little run. Handoff. They find good blocking. I got to give their tackle credit there.
Look at that seam
Underwood.
wide open, and there he goes. Touchdown Rams, and they're the first to score. Wow. He threaded that needle perfectly all the way down. Just
a 61-yard touchdown run by Rustin Underwood.
We were told to watch out for him.
He had good vision. I'll give him that. That was really good vision down the field. His offensive tackle sealed that side, and we had conversions coming on, but that tackle said not today. Touchdown, Scott City.
Wow. That was impressive. Going for the extra point. Punt. Here's the snap, the kick, it's good. And 7-0. Rams go up. 4:06 to go here in the first, and the Rams are first to answer. We'll be back in just a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
Stop. There's no need to pay full retail price when you need a replacement part for your vehicle. One visit to Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Highway 61 North in Portageville will save you money. Serving the area for over 60 years, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage specializes in domestic auto and small truck parts. You'll always get quality service and parts at Delta Auto Parts and Salvage with local delivery and nationwide shipping available. Plus, you can search for your part right from their website, deltaautoparts.com. Before you pay full retail price, call Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, 800-392-0506.
All right, welcome back here to Scott City, where they are first to answer with Rustin Underwood. 7-0, 4:06 to go here in the first quarter. Portageville set to receive.
He was the area player of the week last week, coming off a 300-yard, 6-touchdown game. We've been able to contain him up to this point, but he had a really good run there on that 61-yard touchdown run. Excellent blocking from the line. Good trap play. High kick.
Fair catch. Number 34.
Blake Novak.
All right. Smart choice. Not a big runner. Just, hey, good spot on the 35.
So 4:05 left to go here in the first
Let's
quarter.
see if Portageville can answer with their second series.
Can we answer here? We showed some flash occasionally. Deuce had a really good run, but then we kind of petered out. We ran an option play and then a couple pass plays that did not come to fruition. Running the modified pistol, and we got encroachment.
Perfect. Free 5 for Portageville. So it'll still be 1st and 5. Ball on the 40.
5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
Just replay first down.
All right, there we go. Let's see. We're probably going to run the exact same play we had dialed up.
I would assume, yes. It's like, hey, let's do it again.
This time we go on and set.
Handoff up the middle. He's going to have enough for that first down.
That was the fullback dive there from
Brody Warren.
Brody Warren.
I believe he got enough for the first down. He did. They're going to give it to him. They're going to give him the 5 instead of 6. They'll give him 5, so it'll be 1st and 10. Bulldog on their own 45.
There's something about a short yardage like fullback dive that just warms your heart. Say 1st and 5, short
the
yardage.
The only thing that would have made that better is pull everybody in and run it wishbone set.
All right, Deuce with the ball. He's trying to find the hole. He eventually does find it and gets about a 4-yard gain.
Brought down by
Over at 2nd and 6. They're going to give him 3, actually. He'll be 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Neither team
Kind of like
in
a
too
lull
big of a
right
hurry. Yeah.
Not
Oh.
much happening. 19 seconds on the play clock. 3:10 to go here in the first. 7-0 Scott City Bulldogs. Midfield. Running tight. Bab in motion. Handoff to Deuce.
There we
Up the
go.
middle.
That's what the doctor ordered.
No laundry back here that I can see. 55-yard touchdown for Deuce.
That was the answer that Portageville was looking for. Dr. Deuce took it to the house to make it a 7-6 ball game. Can Portageville go up by 1? Because we still have yet to find a PAT kicker from the last time I heard.
That's all right.
The current PAT kicker does have his surgery scheduled, so he is out for the season.
All right, so Bulldogs will be going for 2. We've got Warlock and Bell left and right, and it's loaded backfield. It was a snap to Bab, and
He's still on his feet. They
but
tried
Bab,
pushing,
Bab
but
handed it off. He handed it off to Brody, who was unable to get it in for the 2-point, but that's okay though. But the score remains 7-6, still in favor of the Rams, but the Dogs are on the board. 2:48 to go here in the first. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics the same way we've supported our customers in the community for 85 years. Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938. Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the football field and in your field.
welcome back, Bulldog football faithful. 2:48 left to go here in the first quarter. Score is now Scott City with Chaffee 7, Portageville 6. Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom answers the call. Mr. Conway was even saying it. We needed to have a strike back ourselves. Scott City scores a 60-yard touchdown. We score a 55-yard touchdown to keep it a one-point ball game. Max Warren to kick. Kick is high. It goes to the returner. He's going to get it out to about the 30.
Falls forward for about two more, and they'll start over on about their own 32-yard line.
Number 52, Tay Bogan with the tackle.
17 to receive, Adam Swinford. He's a junior for the Rams. Decent return.
Yeah, I bet he's the thunder to Underwood's lightning. Or he might be the mater to Underwood's lightning. All right, last time we saw Scott City with Chaffee at this particular field position, they took it to the house, so we'll see if Portageville can bend, not break.
That's a beautiful run by Underwood.
Quarterback keeper.
Not really anywhere. Runs into a host of Bulldogs. Bogan and 56. Who is that? Boyd? 66, Boyd.
66 is Boyd, yes. And that was him.
Yes.
Bogan coming out for a second. Boyd is our big guy in the center. He's one of our D tackles. And we have timeout Portageville.
Timeout Portageville.
We'll go ahead and take a timeout with them. 2:16 left to go here in the first quarter. Portageville trails Scott City 7-6. We'll be back. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
The Portageville School District Administration and Board of Directors salute the members, coaches, and staff of the Portageville Bulldogs in working to make this another championship year. Congratulations from Superintendent of Schools Barry Branscombe, Board President Jared Warren, Vice President Michael Prince, Treasurer Matt Brasher, Secretary John Warren, and Directors Butch Williams, Donna Hawkins, and Lewis Roan. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the administration, faculty, staff, and students of the Portageville School District.
Welcome back as the Scott City Chaffee game, or the Scott City Chaffee band regales us with September, about 2 days early from the 20th, first night of September. Here on the 19th night of September, the score is Scott City 7, Portageville 6. The Ram Devils, Underwood with the carry, another good carry for him. He gets knocked out of bounds. James Shalley.
Good coverage out there. Pushed him out, but it was enough for, I believe, the first down. Oh, yeah.
Shalley
yeah. Oh, did they get it?
I don't know. They're going to debate it. They're going to say just shy, it looks like. 3rd and 1. Ooh, they're going to measure.
Yeah, that's way too close.
While they measure, give a shout out to James Shalley. He was on the Bulldog Blitz this past week. Make sure you check that out every Friday morning. The coaches show.
8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock. It dumps onto Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
So this week it was James Shalley and Parker Babb. They were the two players that we interviewed, along with head coach Aaron Bidewell. And here comes the measuring. I'll give Underwood this. Like, he has that extra gear a little bit. Like, once he gets to that second, like, he's kind of a little bit slow, but once he finds that hole, he hits that gear, or once he gets to that second level, he hits that gear, and you see like a little bit of a turbo boost as he runs. And it looks like it will be first down.
First down.
I'm not gonna lie. You gave it to him. I would have gave it to him.
Yeah. Good call. I mean, measure it. Why not? That's why they're there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're not the NFL yet, and we don't have the fancy chip balls yet. All right, 1st and 10 for the Ram Devils.
The wind is starting to pick up slightly here.
As they go to the
Back
air.
To pass.
Overshot.
Big time. About 4 or 5 yards over his head.
He had a lane, though. That receiver was open.
Oh, he was wide open, but it was just well overthrown. Oh, man.
I'll take a second and long with about 1:50 left to go here in the first quarter. Still 7-6 in favor of the Ram Devils. The Scott Chaffee We'll
find
Ram
something.
Devils,
We'll
yes.
come up with something shortly.
Quarterback keeper again. He keeps spinning. And
a flag, holding.
Flag holding, maybe a late kick or a late hit, but probably holding. Face mask
against the Bulldogs. Ooh.
I had a feeling it was against Portageville just because he threw it right whenever the tackle was being made. Ooh. That was a good one, too. It'll be 1st and 10, about a 15-yard walk-off. Or 10-yard walk-off from the spot of the foul. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 39 of Portageville. All right. And there's a
False
penalty.
start or delay a game.
Another delay of game for Scott City. While we walk off this delay of game, if they are still listening, I'd like to say hi to my daughter Claire. She said hi to me, but I missed the text message.
Man. Oh, Miss Claire.
Kennett 6, Kelly 6, Scott City 21, Crothersville 14. Not Scott City. Saxon 21, Crothersville 14. We're playing Scott City. All right, 1st and 15. All right, they fake it to Underwood. Quarterback keeper intercepted! And that's a big guy interception.
Max Ordez.
Maximiliano Ordez
Still on his feet.
with the INT.
Hit him right in the hands. He didn't know what he had. Hot potato. I'm just glad he held on to it. Oh, a flag. What's the flag?
Hopefully it's against the Rams.
Face mask against the Rams.
There we go. That's might get tacked on afterwards.
And they
Nope. Declined.
first down. All right.
I'll take it. Let's see if we can get a lead here. About 50 seconds left in the first. We don't have to get that. We don't have to score in these 50 seconds, but we can make some good headway as the refs decide to start talking. Has it finally gotten too bad out west that they have to?
Yep. Looks like they're doing the signal there for the no. I think it's the penalty. We should be able to get it was because it was after we intercepted it, so it should be tacked on.
There we go. So there we go. I thought that was that got tacked on. All right, so 1st and 10 now on the 47-yard line of the Dogs.
All right.
All right,
Babb.
Parker Babb at QB again. He's going to throw it. He chunks that thing, and it's intercepted.
He was pass intended for number 7, Max Warren, but interception for interception here.
So we have a Maxi INT, and then we throw INT ourselves.
I wonder what was the play call there for Max Warren to not be our QB? I mean, you know what I mean?
I think it was like last time we were in that formation. It was on 2-point conversion. It looked like what we'd normally run is the heavy package, and I imagine they were trying to lull them in a sense of, oh, they're going to run the ball, so let's try to take the top off and let Parker just unleash it. All right. Oh, come on, James. You almost had a hand on him. Underwood, he finds some air. Almost got a horse collar. Luckily,
C.J. Miller let go at the right time. He was just jersey, though. It was the top of the jersey, which is real close to that. Had he really pulled down on him, man, it'd have been over with. Another 15 yards for that penalty. I don't even know, 50-something yard run, 60 yard something.
To say, like, Scott
10,
City
20,
has had
30,
some
40.
really good players over the years.
Yeah,
Like,
about a 50-yard run there, Mr. Davidson.
they've had they had a different Underwood that was pretty good. They had Panagas, of course. But this kid right here, this Rustin Underwood, he reminds me of like a baby Christian McCaffrey. Maybe he doesn't have as soft of hands, but
To pass, steps in that pocket there. Wow, look at the time.
quarterback keeper decides just to keep it.
Brought down by number 20, Brody Warren. A decent chunk of yards there for quarterback keeper.
Gain about 6. Dexter 16, East Prairie nothing. And that will be the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter. Still playing ball game here. The wind kind of died down. Now it's picking back up again. Still seeing some flashes of lightning off in the distance, but that's not stopping us here. The score of 7-6 going into the second quarter. We'll be back in just a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
Greenpoint Ag is game ready to evaluate and supply your specific agronomic needs, helping you score touchdowns all season long. Your premier provider throughout the South. We're farmer-owned and locally focused. We are Greenpoint Ag. For more information, contact your local Portageville Greenpoint Ag.
Good luck to the Portageville Bulldogs from Rob Barham and the staff at Greenpoint Ag on State Highway T in Portageville. Call 573-379-3816.
The City of Portageville extends congratulations to the Portageville Bulldogs on another fine year. You represent our school and community in a very positive manner and have contributed to making this year's team one of the best ever to wear the blue and white. On behalf of the City of Portageville, Mayor Michael Cook Jr., Alderman Gary Falk, Dennis McCrate, Rob Smith, Chris Simmons, City Clerk Rachel Rather, and all city employees send their very best wishes. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the City of Portageville.
All right, welcome back, Bulldog faithful. Here at the top of the second quarter, 7-6 in favor of the Rams. They flipped ends of the field. So the Rams now on the 24. Mr. Davidson's fixing his headset at the moment. Well, never fails, have a lot of technical difficulties here. Almost jumped off sides. Man in motion for the Rams. He's going to pass. Pressure on both sides. Across the middle is complete. And he walks it in for a Rams touchdown. Wow. Wide open across the middle, Mr. Davidson. I don't know if you were able to see that one there, but from 24 yards out, touchdown Rams. 13-6 is the score. Only 6 seconds off the clock to start the second quarter. Their PAT out on the field. Number 30, Hayden Held is his name. Kick is up. Man, what a beautiful kick that was. Through the uprights and good. 14-6 in favor of the Rams. 11:54 to go here in the first half. We'll be back in just a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
All right, welcome back. Apologies for those technical difficulties. The score is now Scott City 14, Portageville 6. Happened off of the Parker Babb interception throw. Scott City put it together a couple little plays and eventually scored a 24-yard touchdown pass to give them this 8-point lead.
Held set to kick off for the Rams.
I was going to say, I'm surprised that Held is the kicker and not the holder.
Little switcheroni out there on the field. Left to right, right to left.
Confuse them.
Decent kick. Land.
Go out of bounds. Let go out of bounds. There you go.
It does.
Good job, James Shalley.
Kick infraction against the Rams.
Good field position for the Dogs coming off of this.
Showing that view of this field. Man, weather is nice up here. Wind is blowing. It's not too hot. It's cooling off from the storm that's just out west.
Sykeston 21, Crothersville 20, Cape Central 7, Poplar Bluff nothing. Dexter 16, East Prairie nothing. Kennett and Kelly tied at 6 apiece. And Thayer's blowing out Salem 27-0. First and 10 for the Dogs here as we trail 14-6 with 12 minutes left to go here in the second quarter.
Delay a game. Yep, delay a game.
Both teams having issues with the delay game. All right, back it up and let's see what we could do now. At 1st and 15, running the modified pistol, sending Babb in motion. Giving it to Deuce. He makes a cut. Still on his feet. He gets enough. He gets enough for the first down. Good run from Deuce.
16-yard run for Deuce.
I have never seen Deuce run like this before. He is running like his hair's on fire. Deuce has always been much more of an elusive back. He's a back that really needs space, but the way that he's able to like bounce out of these holes, I think we might have a delay.
You saw that, right?
I did see that. But the way he's been able to like accelerate and spin out of these holes have been excellent. And we do have a bobbled handoff here on the fullback dive. We have some issues with Warren to Warren. He'll lose about a yard to make it a 2nd and 11. All right, 11 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. And Scott City jumps.
All right, a little free 5 for Portageville. I'll take it.
When you're the blitzing middle linebacker, that's like he's essentially playing what is a traditional nose guard at that point. He is right over the ball. He does not need to be jumping off sides like that.
He's holding that turbo back, though, Mr. Davidson. He's ready to go.
All right.
Usually if that guy is standing over you, he's blitzing. He's coming.
Oh, yeah. 2nd and 6.
All right. A little pitch out to Higginbottom.
And he gets caught. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll remain 3rd and 6. We'll see what we do here in 3rd and long. Occasionally we'll find some flashes on offense, but nothing seems to really be wanting to stick so far here tonight. Now we're running kind of a bar similar to what Gosnell used to run. This is a quarterback.
Babb.
Yeah. He'll get a gain of 5. He'll bring up a 4th and 1. We'll see what Portageville does here.
You got to go for it. I say go for it.
I mean, at this
Hook
point,
and ladder,
why
Mr.
not?
Davidson.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, we're not going to do a hook and ladder. It's not at that point of.
And we're not in that point in the season to have the all-purpose stats just to. Interesting. Looks like we are going for it. We've got Babb as quarterback, Warren to the left, Warlock to the right here, near side, but to us. Babb direct snap, goes forward. He gets it. It's a good first down. That's an easy first down. He got the 3-4 yard pop that we needed. Move the chains, fresh set of downs. A good 4th down conversion for the Bulldogs.
That was kind of my thought process, especially when we lined up in the same formation. Like the first time we ran it, we got 5 yards. It seemed to be working. We got a good push. Might as well try it again with just 1 yard to get. Luckily, he got 3.
Lineman helped there with the big guys up front, creating a wall.
Still running this same formation.
We've got Max Warren,
which he played some receiver earlier in his career.
Man, Parker Babb, direct snap. Matter of fact, Max Warren isn't even out there that I can tell.
Gain of 3 for Parker on another quarterback keeper.
There's Max coming on.
So it looks like James Shalley's coming out. Jack Bell's going out far. So
he's near side here to us.
They're sending Parker to slot.
Oh, misread.
Yep. Luckily it's working. They made something out of nothing.
Something out of nothing turned a 2nd and 8 to a 3rd and 1. 7 for 7, Mr. Davidson.
That was supposed to go straight to Deuce, but Deuce was nowhere to be found. Luckily, Deuce was getting gobbled up by the Scott City defense, honestly.
Maybe that's exactly how it was misdirection.
And so the ball was protected by Max's back, and he was able to take it and almost get the first. They're going to want false start for Portageville. I think it might be Scott City.
Nope.
It is illegal seizure against Portageville. I'll give Tay this. He fired off that line, though. Like he was ready to hit somebody. I got to give him that. Like, you don't want to get on 3rd and 1, you don't want to get off sides, but at least he made it worth the while. Like, it doesn't count as a play, but for both him and the linebacker and the defensive tackle he was up against, it counted. Timeout, Portageville. 7:10 left to go here in the first half. Scott City leads Portageville 14-6. We'll be back after this commercial. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. 14-6 is the score. 3rd and 7 for our Dogs with 7:10 left to go here in the second quarter. What are we going to do? Max Warren back in at QB, sending Parker Babb in motion. They fake the handoff. Quarterback keeper, he'll get a gain of about 2.
Kind of feel like there was a little misunderstanding there on that one as well. I feel like someone should have grabbed that ball because Max kind of looked like for 2 seconds and then he pulled it back in. All right, that's all right though. A little something out of nothing. Brings up 4th and 5 though.
Yeah, we're going to go for it here. Like, even though Evan's been punting pretty well, we're deep in, Scott City's had better field position than this. Let's go and try to convert something. Running back to the bar, the heavy package with Parker at QB at the Wildcat position.
Illegal procedure. No, it's against the Rams.
So make it a little bit shorter. We're going to probably have a modification to our attempt here because it looked like it was going to be a pitch to Deuce to the outside. Instead, it's going to be 4th and 1. I imagine it might be another Wildcat dive from Parker.
Oh, they're going to
They're
measure
gonna
for
measure
us as well.
I don't think we got it. I thought Scott City had it when they measured last time. I don't think we got it this time.
Well, look at us. We'll just zoom in.
I would say
and
we could
see.
zoom in as close as we possibly want.
Well, it's about right there.
I would say we got, like, you at home are having a better view of this measurement than anyone who is in the stands tonight.
What do you got, Mr. Davidson? What do you think? Is it? First down.
We got it. I didn't think we had
Half
it,
a
but
football,
they gave
more
it.
than what they had. Oh, yeah. First down.
Bulldog faithful excited
dog
about
the ball.
that. Shout out to all of the Bulldog faithful who made the trip up to Scott City. If you did not, do not fret. Shout out to y'all for listening at home, because that's why we come. We go where the Bulldogs play, so we can bring you the exciting action.
How we have evolved over the years.
All right, so 1st and 10 after the offsides penalty. Still running the heavy package. Parker Babb going to run into a wall, but keep powering forward. Did he get a gain of 3? I believe he did.
2 or
It'll
3.
be 2nd and 7. Hey, that's Coach McKay football right there. 3 yards is all you need. You'd love 4, but you get 3 yards each time. Eventually you'll score.
We've got Warren here near side to us, and Windsor out far left.
It's like, keep an eye on Warren. They're going to pitch it to a different Warren, and there's a flag. It's holding. It will be a repeat of 2nd down.
Oh, and a double flag. 2 flags coming in. Wow.
The first foul was holding. That second foul, I think, might be a personal foul. Against whom, I'm not sure. The Zebras will conference. So they're talking about the holding for Portageville. It's offsetting. So they're going to walk off the hold and then walk on the personal foul. Holding against Portageville. Personal foul. Against Scott City, yep. So we're going to walk it off for the hold, and then we're going to walk it off for the personal foul. So if you're watching online, you're going to watch the referees walk back and forth along the hash mark here.
Got to get his steps in.
Oh, yeah. So after the walk-off, Portageville actually gets a gain, and it will be 2nd and 4.
2nd and 3.
3, yep. Hey, I'll take it. All right, still out of the heavy package. This time we're giving it to Deuce.
He gets the first down.
Gain of about 5 on the carry.
Maybe a gain of 4.
It's not the most exciting of offenses, but I would say out of all of the different attempts that we've thrown out there, this has been probably the most effective.
5 minutes to go here in this second quarter for the first half. 14-6 is the score. Bulldogs trying to get something working here. Babb still the quarterback. Handoff to Deuce. Rolls forward for about 2 or 3. They're going to mark him down about 2 yards, so it'll bring up 2nd and 8. Ball now inside that red zone. We're on the 19, Mr. Davidson.
Yes, we're in the Baker Implement red zone. Make sure to go to your local Baker Implement dealer for all your international harvester needs. 4:15 left to go here in the half.
Hand off to Brody. Falls forward for 3 or 4. Put him on about the 15, so gain of about 4.
It'll be 3rd and 4. Yep, 3rd and 4. They are monitoring the weather situation. I can hear them chatting about it on the radio next door. Can we get something out of this red zone trip? We got this is 4-down territory, so we got 2 more shots at the end zone here, and we don't even have to get all that way. We just need to get at least 4.
Babb, quarterback keep up the middle. He might have enough for that first down. It's pretty close. Looks like they're gonna ride on it. Man, he's right on it.
Are we gonna see another?
No, they're gonna
give it to him.
Just give it to him. Ball is on the 11, so it'll be 1st and 10. Ball on the 11.
That was Parker, right?
That was Parker, yes. Gain of 4.
1st and 10 on the 11. 3:10 left to go here in the first half. Portageville looking to cut into this 8-point lead. Deuce is going to be the man to do it. He's going to be just shy.
4 or 5 there. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gain of 4.
Second
and 6. 2:43 to go here in this first half. Bulldogs looking to at least chip away at this lead. Uh-oh, what we got? Timeout? Timeout, Scott City to slow the Bulldogs down. 2:37 to go here in the first half. Bulldogs marching, they're answering, they're trying to answer anyway. They're on the 8, they're on the 7, and looking to score. We'll be back in just a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
Hi, my name is Reese Roan. And I'm Phoebe Roan. Our parents own Butler Jug, and they are proud supporters of Portageville Bulldog athletics, especially the cheerleaders.
Butler Drug Store has proudly served our hometown community with pharmacy services since 1947. We also offer many vaccines as well as free testing services for COVID, flu, and RSV. Please call or stop by to see how we can help you with your healthcare needs. We would love to serve you.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. 2nd and 5 for the Dogs. Ball on the 6-yard line. 2:37 left to go. We're going to hand it to Deuce. He's going to be just shy of the first down. They're going to call him down before the ball came out. The ball does pop out, but they call him down beforehand. Be a gain of 2 to bring up 3rd and 3. As we are in the heart of the middle 8, Portageville does get to start the ball for the second half, so that is a big benefit.
It's a plus. That is an added plus, because here we are holding on to it right now, 2 minutes into the middle 8. Let me adjust the camera there. Sorry about that.
And if we can punch it in here, that would be
Babb, quarterback keeper.
Gravy.
5 yards out, walks it in. Mr. Davidson on the board for 6. 14-12 now is the score. Still in favor of the Rams. We go for 2. All bread here, Mr. Davidson.
Biscuits. Because it's been gravy.
It's been
all
gravy.
Right. So yes, it'd be all tied up, 14 apiece if we can punch it in. This particular formation that we've been running, which is a modification of our normal heavy package, reminds me a lot of what Gosnell used to run a long, long time ago. It's been working for Portageville here on this drive. Let's see if it works in the 2-point conversion attempt.
Direct snap to Babb.
He got it.
And he gets it. Ties it all here at Scott City. 14 all. 1:57 to go in the first half. Bulldogs set to kick. When we return, you're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
If disaster strikes, what would happen to your business? Let the professional team at Ellington Insurance make sure you're covered. Ellington Insurance offers a wide range of services from group and property insurance to commercial general liability, business auto, small business and workers' comp from companies you trust like Philadelphia, Liberty Mutual, Columbia, and Travelers. Ellington Insurance understands the needs of local businesses because they're one too. Contact them today and get covered in Portageville and Caruthersville or online at ellingtoninsurance.com.
Welcome back, Bulldog football faithful. 14-all is the score with less than 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. Bend, don't break has to be the strategy here for the Dogs here on defense. We had a pretty good defensive set the last couple times. Hopefully we can kind of keep it that way and go in tied.
Interception negated each other there in that earlier on in the second quarter there, but hey, it happens. Answered back.
Just keep them out of the end zone. That's all you got to do. Keep them out for 2 minutes. All right. Max Warren to kick. And we have an official timeout. A Portageville player is running to get the football or get a mouthpiece. Anyway, kicks away.
Close.
So that was confusing, but
I don't know what that was about.
I think the tee for the ball went further than the ball there. Scott City will start off with pretty decent field position, but 1st and 10, ball on the Portageville 44-yard line. 1:56 left to go here in the first quarter. Portageville tied, or here in the first half.
Just be reminded, second half starts, we get the ball back. So,
but we got to get to that second half.
Scott City is just now getting a taste of the middle 8 here.
Two receivers split out to the right. They're going to actually go misdirection that way. Fumble! Ball on the ground! Deuce picks it up! He's fast, folks! The world's slowest fast guy gets it down to the 15 on the fumble recovery. Biscuits, man, biscuits. Let's see if we can get gravy. So Deuce earlier had a forced fumble. This time he gets a fumble recovery, and it is Eli Wheeler who ends up getting the force that time. Yep, number 50. The game can swing wildly right here, right now. All right, Deuce with the foot, or is that Deuce or is that James? That was James Shalley with the football. Ty Atkins with the tackle for Scott City. It's a 2-yard gain for Shalley. I'll bring up 2nd and 8. All right, 1:14 now left to go. We got to see if we can punch it in here. We got 68 seconds to try to capitalize on that. It's not going to be do or die as Max goes to the end zone, falls incomplete. There's some people wanting some laundry, it sounds like. So 61 seconds now left to go here in the first. Say, this would be nice. It's not a have to, but it's a nice to. The flag is picked up. So 3rd and 8. We are in the Baker implement red zone. 3rd and 8, ball on the 13-yard line. And we have a timeout, Portageville. We'll go ahead and take another timeout with 1 minute and 1 second left to go here in the first half. Portageville is tied up with Scott City 14-all, staring at a 3rd and 8 and hoping to punch it in the end zone. We'll be back right after this commercial. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
The Portageville Bulldogs are off to another exciting season in their quest for a state championship. Lewis Roan Farms is a booster and supporter of Portageville High School sports throughout the year and extends their best wishes to the teams, coaches, players, and fans as they carry on the proud tradition of Bulldog sports with hard work, practice, and determination. Good luck and best wishes to the Portageville Bulldogs from Lewis Roan Farms in Portageville.
Welcome back, Bulldog football faithful. 60 seconds essentially left to go here in the half. Portageville looking to get the go-ahead score here, get the first lead of the night. Our first lead of the night right here, right now. Can we capitalize, take advantage of this opportunity we're having here in the middle 8? Parker Babb throws it out of bounds, and it's going to be intentional grounding. Yep.
Senseless penalty.
Yep, you could.
You lose the down.
You lose the down, yep. So it'll be 4th. Where did they ground it? And we'll be grounded at we're out of the Baker Implement red zone. We'll be at the 30 or the 27-yard line. That'll be 4th and 22. Parker, this is the first time he's kind of played in a position that is kind of quarterback based. He doesn't really know the rules when it comes to that. If you throw, you have to get past the line of scrimmage for it to count as a pass and not be intentional grounding. And now we have the Zebras talking. All right. Play resumes. Play clock running. 4th and 22. 57 seconds. It's either we don't have to score here, but it's essentially score or turn it over. And it's a reverse. Max Warren can throw. He is the quarterback normally. He does have an open receiver, a little bit too high. Jack Bell was the intended receiver. It is incomplete. It'll be Scott City ball. I appreciate the trickery. If you're going to run a trick to play, that's the time to run it.
Chance for the Rams now to try to go into halftime with the lead.
Scott City now has an opportunity, but can Portageville hold them off for 49 seconds? The definition of bend, don't break. We can give up yardage, but we don't need to let them get pay dirt. All right, 1st and 10, 49 seconds. Scott City showing trips right. And they give it to, they fake it to Underwood. They're going to go down the field. They got an open receiver, and he nails it. CJ Miller's going to force him out at about the 15-yard line. And Scott City is going to be threatening. That was Brody Warren that forced him out, by the way. Apologies. All right.
Wow. Could almost have guessed that would happen.
Yeah, 10 seconds. A lot of our fortune flipped around. That was the bend. We didn't break, but now we don't have much bend left. Quarterback keeper for Scott City. He has a wall in front of him. They bring him down at about the 2. It's enough for another Scott City first down. It'll be 1st and goal Rams. It's still in bounds, so 30 seconds left to go.
They call a timeout. They kill it. 30 seconds left.
Yep. Timeout Rams. 14-14 is the score. Portageville is tied, but Scott City is threatening to score. Portageville gets the start with the ball, but, man, you would rather not see it kind of being squandered here. We'll go ahead and just keep it here for right now as they kind of plan out this next 30 seconds. I will dive in and see what I got for score updates for you. Kennett 18, Kelly 12. Crothersville 28, Sykeston 27. Cape Central 7, Poplar Bluff nothing. Dexter 16, East Prairie nothing. And that was the last most recent update. That Crothersville-Sykeston game, that's pretty wild. We got a wild one here on our hands. Hopefully the Bulldog defense can stay stout with about 3 yards and 4 plays and 30 seconds to go. Say Underwood is usually their workhorse, so we're going to key on him, but also keep an eye out for some of these receivers. Portageville has shown vulnerability in the secondary. There'll be a quarterback keeper, and he gets in.
Walked it in.
Walked it right in, as Mr. Conway just said. 6-point lead now for Scott City with Chaffee, 20-14. When it rains, it pours, except right now whenever it's just lightninging a bunch.
It's got to be just heat lightning or something now. I mean, it's not as bad as what it was 20 minutes ago.
Kick is up and
that's
good.
Solid.
All right. 21-14 is the score. We got about 30 seconds left. Maybe Portageville can get something going before tie it back up in these last 30 seconds before we go into half. We'll be back here after this commercial. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there. Call Jay Ward or Jack Giles in Portageville at 573-379-3461.
All right, welcome back. 21-14 is the score in favor of the Scott Chaffee Ram Devils. Kick is away. It is a high and tight one, and it's fair caught, I believe, by Caden Jones. At about the 34-yard line. So 30 seconds, nothing too crazy can go. The question is, are we going to try a deep shot here or two, or are we just going to run it and let the time go to half and try to tie it up coming out of half?
But do you try something here? Just run it.
I'll say Max is in there, and he's our main throwing back. Brody is in there. He can run, but I think this is a pass. Yep, because we brought in the blocker intended for Parker Babb. Thrown into triple coverage. It'll be 2nd and 10. I see maybe one more shot, and then we run it. So Scott City is even anticipating the pass. They've dropped into a more nickel coverage, having a three-man front.
Max needs a little more protection. And then he got it.
Well, he had it for a second, and then he gets sacked. That was good. That was a good draw up from the defensive line. It looks like Portageville's going to call it, and yep, there we go.
Man.
So up here at Scott City at halftime, it is Rams 21, Dogs 14. We'll be back here in a couple minutes to let some sponsors roll and get my stats together, and we'll be back with the halftime show. And I believe the Scott Chaffee Band will be performing a joint. Both Scott City and Chaffee's bands will be performing a joint halftime show. So enjoy that if you're watching online. But we'll be back here in a couple. Once again, here at halftime, score is Scott City 14, Scott City 21, Portageville 14. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance on the South Bypass in Kennett. School has started back. Maybe your child needs a brand new mattress set that he's outgrown. Football is kicking off, and we've got the recliners and the big screen TVs for you to sit and watch and enjoy the game. Come see us, Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri, a family furniture tradition for over 75 years.
Oh, we're still at halftime. I was just writing down my notes. We'll be back here in a couple seconds. Sorry, folks. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
At First State Bank and Trust, your future matters to us. Whether opening your first checking account or growing savings for the future, we're here to help with innovative tools and personalized service. FSBT offers a range of deposit options to fit your needs. For nearly a century, we've been committed to the financial needs of our local customers. Secure your future with a bank that's been trusted for generations of families in Southeast Missouri. First State Bank and Trust. Your money, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
Amy Pryor, Assistant Prosecutor for New Madrid County, proudly supports the Portageville Bulldogs as they gear up for another exciting season. With dedication, grit, and team spirit, these athletes are ready to make their community proud. As they take the field, Amy Pryor stands behind them, cheering on their commitment and heart. She knows success comes from perseverance, and these Bulldogs are built for it. Best of luck this season to the Portageville Bulldogs. From New Madrid County Assistant Prosecutor Amy Pryor.
Stop. There's no need to pay full retail price when you need a replacement part for your vehicle. One visit to Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Highway 61 North in Portageville will save you money. Serving the area for over 60 years, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage specializes in domestic auto and small truck parts. You'll always get quality service and parts at Delta Auto Parts and Salvage with local delivery and nationwide shipping available. Plus, you can search for your part right from their website, deltaautoparts.com. Before you pay full retail price, call Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, 800-392-0506.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics the same way we've supported our customers in the community for 85 years. Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938. Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the football field and in your field.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. If you are watching online on YouTube, Facebook, or the like, you are watching the Scott City and Chaffee bands playing a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne. They're currently jamming out to Crazy Train. Shout out to the drum majors who shouted I at the start of the song. It's not been I for the Dogs the last 60 seconds of this half, or the last 60 seconds we've been playing football, because we had a chance to make it a 21-14 lead, and now it is a 21-14 deficit to the Scott City with Chaffee Ram Devils. All right, so let's go over our stats for you. It's been pretty much on the ground. Portageville's attempted a couple passes that have not come to fruition, really. Our leading rusher is number 1, Antonio Deuce Higginbottom. I joked today earlier in the game, he is the slowest fast guy in the world, and he is making me eat those words a little bit. He has 106 yards rushing tonight and a touchdown. He's running a little bit differently than he has in the past. I got to give a shout-out to him for that. He's always been a very elusive back. He's been a back that needs space, but he's still using that elusiveness, but he's able to cut off the hips of his linemen and get some pretty good gains out of it. So shout out to Deuce for his incredible work here tonight and sitting at 106 yards rushing and a touchdown. 55 of those yards come off of that touchdown run that he did. Our second leading rusher is number 11, Parker Babb. He's playing QB tonight when we run the heavy set, a modified heavy set that we've been running. He has 23 yards rushing, and he had a 5-yard touchdown run. As the Scott City Chaffee Red Devil Ram and Red Devil bands start playing Iron Man by Black Sabbath, if you're hearing that in the background. Number 7 for the Dogs, Max Warren. He's our third leading rusher. He has 10 yards rushing. Then Brody Warren, he's number 4 with 9, and James Shalley had 1 carry for 2 yards there right before the end of the half. On defense, has been spreading the love. I got to give a shout out to CJ Miller. He's been kind of playing like the safety valve. He doesn't play safety, but he's come up big for us a couple times, preventing some big plays. He has 2 tackles. So does number 52, Tay Bogan. He has 2 tackles. Brody Warren has 2 tackles and a sack. Number 53, Tay Bogan. Tay Bogan has 2 tackles and an interception. So I messed up there. So I originally said 53 was Tay Bogan. 53 is not Tay Bogan because 52 is Tay Bogan. Maxi Ordez is the man who has the interception. So, yes, it was Maxi. Apologies. Instead of 52 and 53. So Maxi Ordez has the INT along with 2 tackles. Then we have number 3, Jack Bell with a tackle. Number 9, Evan the Warlock Windsor with 1. Number 8, James Shalley with a tackle. And then you have number 50, Eli Wheeler with a forced fumble. You have number 1, Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom. He had a forced fumble and a fumble recovery. And that's about it for the defense for the Dogs. They've shown signs of brilliance. They haven't necessarily played a horrible game. It's a 21-14 ball game. They've been able to bend, not break, as Coach Red had asked. But Rustin Underwood, he can be dangerous. That quarterback of theirs with a line of blocking in front of them can also cause some problems. And so far, it's been a traditional Portageville Scott City game. It's close. It's a slobber knocker. It's a heck of a ball game. And we'll see if Portageville can capitalize when we come back. We do get to start with the ball to start the second half. That's why the end of the first half was so heartbreaking. Let's go over and just kind of talk about what the first half looked like. Both Portageville and Scott City started off with a fruitless drive apiece. That was finally broken. The scoring drought was finally broken late in the first quarter when Scott City's Underwood scores a 60-yard touchdown run. But Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom answers very quickly. He goes 55 yards to give Portageville a touchdown, making it an 8-6 ball game. FYI, I love the fullback dives. There was a couple of good fullback dives right before that Deuce touchdown run. Maximiliano Ordez got an INT, and then the very next play, Parker Babb throws an interception as Paranoid is now being played by the band. Scott City was able to capitalize on a touchdown pass to make it a 24-yard touchdown pass to make it a 14-6 ball game. We were running the modified heavy formation, as I said, and we're able to march it down the field to punch it in for a 5-yard touchdown for Parker Babb to make it a 14-14 game. And then we had the forced fumble and the fumble recovery, and that gave us a chance to kind of really take advantage of the middle 8. The middle 8 is the last 4 of the first half, the first 4 of the second half. We have the ball to start the second half, so that gives us automatically a little bit of advantage in the middle 8. We were down on the 10-yard line at the forced fumble and fumble recovery. We had a chance to punch it in, but penalties pushed us back, and all kinds of craziness ended up making it a 4th and 22. We tried a trick play, which, heck, I applaud our willingness to try out the trick play at that particular time. But it ended up falling short, and then Scott City got the ball back with about 40 seconds, and they answered they scored quickly to make it a 21-14 game, and that is where we are here at halftime. So here at halftime, the score is, as I just said, 21-14 in favor of the Scott Chaffee Ram Devils over our Dogs. We're going to go ahead and take a couple more minute timeout, let some more sponsors roll, and then we'll be back with some more halftime analysis. So, once again, Scott City 21 with Chaffee 21, Portageville 14. You're listening to the Halftime Show here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
The Portageville School District Administration and Board of Directors salute the members, coaches, and staff of the Portageville Bulldogs in working to make this another championship year. Congratulations from Superintendent of Schools Barry Branscombe, Board President Jared Warren, Vice President Michael Prince, Treasurer Matt Brasher, Secretary John Warren, and Directors Butch Williams, Donna Hawkins, and Lewis Roan. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the administration, faculty, staff, and students of the Portageville School District.
Greenpoint Ag is game ready to evaluate and supply your specific agronomic needs, helping you score touchdowns all season long. Your premier provider throughout the South. We're farmer owned and locally focused. We are Greenpoint Ag. For more information, contact your local Portageville Greenpoint Ag.
Good luck to the Portageville Bulldogs from Rob Barham and the staff at Greenpoint Ag on State Highway T in Portageville. Call 573-379-3816.
The city of Portageville extends congratulations to the Portageville Bulldogs on another fine year. You represent our school and community in a very positive manner and have contributed to making this year's team one of the best ever to wear the blue and white. On behalf of the city of Portageville, Mayor Michael Cook Jr., Alderman Gary Falk, Dennis McCrate, Rob Smith, Chris Simmons, City Clerk Rachel Rather, and all city employees send their very best wishes. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the city of Portageville.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Hi, my name is Reese Roan. And I'm Phoebe Run. Our parents own Butler Jug, and they are proud supporters of Portageville Bulldog athletics, especially the cheerleaders.
Butler Drug Store has proudly served our hometown community with pharmacy services since 1947. We also offer many vaccines as well as free testing services for COVID, flu, and RSV. Please call or stop by to see how we can help you with your healthcare needs. We would love to serve you.
If disaster strikes, what would happen to your business? Let the professional team at Ellington Insurance make sure you're covered. Ellington Insurance offers a wide range of services from group and property insurance to commercial general liability, business auto, small business and workers' comp from companies you trust like Philadelphia, Liberty Mutual, Columbia, and Travelers. Ellington Insurance understands the needs of local businesses because they're one too. Contact them today and get covered in Portageville and Caruthersville or online at ellingtoninsurance.com.
The Portageville Bulldogs are off to another exciting season in their quest for a state championship. Lewis Roan Farms is a booster and supporter of Portageville High School sports throughout the year and extends their best wishes to the teams, coaches, players, and fans as they carry on the proud tradition of Bulldog sports with hard work, practice, and determination. Good luck and best wishes to the Portageville Bulldogs from Lewis Roan Farms in Portageville.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there. Call Jay Ward or Jack Giles in Portageville at 573-379-3461.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance on the South Bypass in Kennett. School has started back. Maybe your child needs a brand new mattress set that he's outgrown. Football is kicking off, and we've got the recliners and the big screen TVs for you to sit and watch and enjoy the game. Come see us, Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri, a family furniture tradition for over 75 years.
At First State Bank and Trust, your future matters to us. Whether opening your first checking account or growing savings for the future, we're here to help with innovative tools and personalized service. FSBT offers a range of deposit options to fit your needs. For nearly a century, we've been committed to the financial needs of our local customers. Secure your future with a bank that's been trusted for generations of families in Southeast Missouri. First State Bank and Trust. Your money, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
Amy Pryor, Assistant Prosecutor for New Madrid County, proudly supports the Portageville Bulldogs as they gear up for another exciting season. With dedication, grit, and team spirit, these athletes are ready to make their community proud. As they take the field, Amy Pryor stands behind them, cheering on their commitment and heart. She knows success comes from perseverance, and these Bulldogs are built for it. Best of luck this season to the Portageville Bulldogs. From New Madrid County Assistant Prosecutor Amy Pryor.
Stop. There's no need to pay full retail price when you need a replacement part for your vehicle. One visit to Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Highway 61 North in Portageville will save you money. Serving the area for over 60 years, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage specializes in domestic auto and small truck parts. You'll always get quality service and parts at Delta Auto Parts and Salvage with local delivery and nationwide shipping available. Plus, you can search for your part right from their website, deltaautoparts.com. Before you pay full retail price, call Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, 800-392-0506.
Welcome back, Bulldog football faithful, here at halftime. We still got about 7 minutes before we'll be back under football action. Looks like, as Mr. Conway pointed out earlier, we're now going to just deal with kind of the remnants of some heat lightning. The storms look like they have passed, so we should, knock on wood, get to the end of this ball game. We're not going to have any delays. Here at halftime, it is Scott City with Chaffee. The Ram Devils 21, the Bulldogs of Portageville 14. Here's kind of what the first half looked like for y'all. It started off with 2 fruitless drives, one from each team. Scott City finally broke the scoreless streak there in the waning minutes of the first quarter. They scored a 60-yard touchdown off the legs of Rustin Underwood, and he's as advertised. He's not putting up necessarily the numbers that he did last week against Hayti, but he is still an impressive back to begin with. But that gave Scott City an early 7-0 lead. But Mr. Conway's like, Portageville needs to answer here, and Antonio Deuce Hickenbottoms heard his prayers, and he answers with a 55-yard touchdown run. FYI, I love the fullback dives Portageville was running right before then to kind of help set up that bigger play. Then we have an interception from Maximiliano Ordez that gave Portageville some momentum looking, but within 2 plays, Parker Babb, who's kind of playing quarterback in our Wildcat heavy package look, threw an interception to give the ball right back to Scott City. Scott City capitalizes on that, throwing a 24-yard touchdown pass to make it a 14-6 ball game. But the heavy package, we stuck with it, and we kept on moving down the field and eventually scored a 5-yard touchdown run off the legs of Parker Babb to make it a 14-14 all ball game. Portageville had a forced fumble and a fumble recovery on the very next series and had a chance at a 40 to go ahead late in the quarter and really take advantage of this middle eight that we have. But we wasted it, giving it the ball back to Scott City with about 40 seconds left. Scott City scores quickly to make it a 21-14 ball game, and then it went to halftime. So that is where we're at here at halftime. Stats for the Dogs on defense, it's been pretty spread out. You have Max Emiliano Ordez, who has 2 tackles and an interception. You have Jack Bell with a tackle. You have Evan Windsor with a tackle. You have Brody Warren with 2 tackles and a sack. You have Deuce with a forced fumble and a fumble recovery, not on the same play. You have number 30, CJ Miller, with 2 tackles. Number 52, Tate Bogan with 2 tackles. Number 8, James Shalley with a tackle. And number 50, Eli Wheeler with a forced fumble. On offense, Deuce has been our main running back. He has over 100 yards rushing, has 106 yards rushing, and a TD. 55 of those yards coming off of that touchdown.
Is that his biggest
run.
game so far, or biggest half?
It is his biggest half so far. I do believe it might even. He has probably, at least this season, it's his best game he's had so far. Then we have number 11, Parker Babb. He had 23 yards rushing and a 5-yard touchdown. And then you have number 7, Max Warren with 10 yards rushing. Number 20, Brody Warren with 9 yards rushing. And number 8, James Shalley with 2 yards rushing. Even though Portageville's down 7, we do get to start the ball here in the second half. Mr. Conway, what is your kind of takeaways from the first half?
We had full control of the middle 8. I don't know, the score's not a representative of how we've played so far. Maybe it is for Scott City. I don't know. The big plays by Underwood, great. I'll give him all the glory for that.
That first touchdown, that 60-yarder was...
That was all him. He saw everybody where they were exactly at and worked right through them and touchdown. Give it to him. We answered back, yeah, okay, cool. But, I don't know, Scott City's got some kind of edge right now. Portageville's just got to come back not gassed. We needed protection there. I feel like we were going for a big play, which was cool. But at the same time, we just needed to focus on just running the ball a few more times and seeing where we were at. That long pass there could have been intercepted again. I mean, they've been double, triple covering every player down the field. So
we did have that one interception earlier, and we've been very fortunate with all those deeper shots that we've been taking that have been kind of overthrown.
All of them have been. I mean, I'm not going to shy off of it. It's none of them have been catchable. They've maybe by a Scott City defender, but
let's be honest. I just went over the stats. I mean, did I mention anything about our passing game?
Hard truth. We've not had any passing game whatsoever. The attempts are there, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the long game is not there tonight for Portageville. We need to continue looking at the middle. I don't know if I've not paid attention to their defensive scheme when it comes out on the field covering our offense. I mean, the score is representative of that. They're holding us back. They've gotten 2 fumble recovery. They've got a fumble recovery and interception. I don't know. Portageville just needs to come out here in the second half, in this middle 8, in the second half of this middle 8, controlling the ball, answering and getting on the board, number 1, tying this game back up, and then figuring out what's working and continue that. Don't try to work on things that's broken right now. We've got to. I don't. Parker Babb being in at quarterback's a new scheme for us. Well, that curveball, I didn't know that was coming. Did you?
No, I did not.
I mean, I don't know.
But it has been the scheme.
Something's been working there. So maybe lean a little bit more on that just to see what's available in that package. If that's the case, I don't know.
It's not
working. Whatever that is working.
It's not wishbone.
It's not.
It's not wishbone like we grew up on and we played, but it does have a lot of that wishbone feel to it.
He's got a left and a right halfback when it's Parker Babb. Max Warren and Evan Windsor are out left and right,
and
out in slot positions.
And it's usually either Deuce or
and then
James.
Deuce is just right off the tight end, just covering right there to pick up a blocker. I don't know what that package is, but it's whatever. It's working. We need to try it in a couple more, rotations and see what we've got. I don't know.
The biggest thing I want to see is, can we play a complete game? Last time we played football 2 weeks ago at Hayti, we had a really good third quarter. But then the fourth quarter got away from us. The game one about a month ago, we had a very good first half. Then the second half got away from us. We get to start the ball with the second half here. We're about to kick off here, and let's see if they add anything to it. I don't think so. I think we're going to line up and kick. So we're going to be playing football here in less than a minute. Can we play a full game, and can we do something here in the third quarter and carry it into the fourth? That's my biggest question. That's what I want to see. Do we have the gas, as you were warning us about?
I'm worried about that. One, we've had a whole week off, so are we going to – we've been dealing with higher temperatures. It's more humid outside. Are we going to be more gassed coming in late in the third quarter going into the fourth? That's what I'm worried with in this game. We can beat this team, but do we have it? Kickoff is away.
Let it go out of bounds.
Immediately out of bounds.
It's actually caught by their offensive coordinator. I'm assuming he's the offensive coordinator. All right, so Portageville will get good field position to start. But I hear you. They have one extra game under their belts, so they have one extra rep of that. You'd hope that a week off would give us fresh legs,
right.
But that might also impact conditioning. So
I'm not saying that we did not conditioning out there at practice, but it's
a different
the week off
thing.
Is a whole that's a thing.
It's a different thing. Game conditioning and just conditioning aren't apples to apples. Starting off of a screen over to Deuce. All right.
Side, okay, gain of about 8 or so. I'll take it. That's a decent start here. I like the pace. So okay, they mark him out a lot shyer than that. So a gain of 6.
But that's our first successful pass of the game.
Yeah, for 6 yards.
All right. Continuing to operate with Max at QB. More standard procedure here.
Low snap. Max leans into it. Open hole. The seam is there. Still on his feet. Gets across midfield down to about the Ram 40. That's going to be a gain of about 10, 15 yards, Mr. Davidson.
Max Warren with a 15-yard gain there. Enough for Portageville first down, enough to get into the Ram Devil territory. And that actually is enough to put Max at number 2 on our rushing chart tonight. First and 10 Dogs, 11:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Scott City does have a 21-14 lead, but the Dogs look hungry.
Another screen out to Deuce. A little help there from Mr. Jack Bell on a block. He's on the wrong side to be blocking like that, though. But short gain, 2 on the play. 2nd and 8. Ball on the 38.
Not as successful as the last time around. There was a little bit of pressure. The Scott City blitzing linebacker was able to throw a hand up and almost get a blocked pass there, but it was able to get completed for that 2-yard gain. We have flip-flopped it, the formation, to the wide side of the field.
A handoff to Brody. He bounces out, still on his feet, pushes forward, close to that first down. I believe they'll give it to him.
That was a good run. Whenever you bounce, it's always a risk, but I'm glad he was able to make something out of nothing there. And he wasn't running for the touchdown. He was running for the first down. He saw a guy that was around the yard marker, and he lowered his shoulder and ran into him.
Ball now on the 30, so move the chains, fresh set of downs. 10 yards shy of that red zone. Something that we've visited last series but lost it. Hand off to Brody again to the left side.
He's still on his feet.
Wow, pushes past the 20 into the red zone, gets that first down. And it'll be 1st and 10, ball on about the 15, somewhere around in there, maybe the 16.
So if there's any like Pee-wee football players or junior high players that are listening to us or watching us right now, that is an example of what you need to do. You need to keep moving your feet. Brody Warren, it looked like he was stuck, but he kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and finally it broke, and that went from what would have been an 8-yard gain to a first down here in the red zone, the Baker Implement red zone to be more precise.
Parker Babb in motion.
Quarterback keeper.
Fake handoff to Babb. I feel like he was trying to roll out and look out for this little screen that was probably trying to form over here on the right. I wasn't zoomed out far enough to see that. I feel like that's what was being attempted there because I see Babb turned and had his hands up.
I got to give credit to Scott City's linebacker. He kind of read it and was able to get there. He didn't bite on the fake, and he went straight for that QB to get the sack. So 2nd and 15 knocks us out of the Baker Implement red zone. 9 minutes left to go in the third. Pitch to Deuce. He needs to get upfield.
Not much there.
Maybe 2 on the carry. I see what he was doing. He did have a good amount of speed running in there, but he didn't have any blockers. He had a wall of black jerseys.
I kind of miss their traditional jerseys.
These are cool, but I don't like the black on black. Like if they maybe had like their yellow pants, it'd look a little bit cooler. Brody Warren gonna get his name called.
It's back up to the original line of scrimmage, looks like.
Maybe an extra yard on top of that.
Just inside of it. 4th and a long, long 9.
It being in the Baker Implement red zone, it's going to be a go for it type of down for the Dogs.
Well, you have to. Heavy package, man. That's when you need to throw that in there.
It's interesting. The wide receivers never stayed on never really went to the huddle. They were kind of already on the line of scrimmage.
Max Warren back to pass, throws.
Intercepted. And they're going to call him down.
Man.
Number 32, Lane Miller with the INT for the Rams. We're out of the middle 8 officially, and Scott City would have won it anyway with the touchdown they had there with about 40 seconds left. But luckily for us, Scott City is deep, deep, deep in their own territory. So Portageville just needs to get some negative plays.
It doesn't mean much, though. Scott City's known to have big plays. Mr. Underwood knows how to be a big breaker here, and here he is. Wide open hole in the middle of the field. And there's the Jets. Good catch from behind there by Mr. Jack Bell, number 3 for the Bulldogs. He prevented what would have been a Ram double touchdown.
A 90-yard touchdown.
Wow. Man. Got rid of the long beard. Thought the wizardry had left me, but I still have it. Called it.
At least they didn't hit pay dirt. That's the main thing.
Well, they're in our territory on the 35. A lot of momentum. Rolling to his left. Quarterback keeper. He falls forward for about 4 or 5. 4, they're going to give him 3. Bring him one back. 2nd and a long 7 for the Rams.
Brody Warren with the tackle there, assisted by Parker Babb. All right, so in Portageville territory, 2nd and 8. .620 left to go here in the third quarter. We did everything right except throwing an INT on 4th down.
Underwood on the run. He gets a good chunk of yards there, brought down by a few Bulldogs. Number 30, CJ Miller, playing well tonight.
Sophomore out there on the defense.
Prayers for his family. I believe he lost his grandmother here.
He did.
So he's playing with a heavy heart on the field, leaving it all out there. He's looking good, though, stepping up. Somebody that's going to be playing for a couple more years.
As we have the Bulldogs jumping off sides to give Scott City a first down. Here with 5:30 left to go here in the third. Scott City 21, Portageville 14. Rams threaten to score to make it a 2-touchdown lead. Hopefully Portageville can delay it.
Well, we're out of that middle 8, so I don't know if you mentioned that.
I did. Scott City ended up winning the middle 8 with that touchdown right before half.
Low pressure, somehow still on his feet.
Dancing, brought down.
Looks like he got back to the original line of game.
Say Maxey gets the tackle. Deuce tied up his legs. Maxey brought him down. Second and 9. Come on, Dogs. Defense needs to be stout. I'll be interested in seeing, because that kick, Scott City's known to have a kicker every once in a while. If we force a 4th down, I kind of want to see a 4th down to see if they go for a field goal.
Caught in the middle. Ordez with the tackle.
Orsdaz. All right, so 3rd and 5 for Scott City. Taking their time. They got the clock on their side. They fake it to Underwood. It's going to be quarterback keeper.
And he's still on his feet.
Gets enough
CJ
for the
Miller
first.
with the tackle, but he gets enough for that first down. That's okay, though. Good stop, CJ. Kept him from going to the end zone, finding that pay dirt.
Like in CJ's defense, he was like, he met him at his particular position. Looks like we have official timeout.
CJ got a little winded there. Got to go off for a play. Holding his ankle.
It looks like a shoe might came off.
Oh. Well, a good stop either way. Stopped the guy from going in for a touchdown. Man.
It'll be 1st and goal for Scott City when play gets back underway here with 3:48 left to go here in the third quarter.
They're starting the clock.
They were like, all right, timeout's over. Let's go.
There wasn't even a timeout, really. It was just to get the player off the field. Maxey goes off the side just in enough time.
It's a pistol formation for Scott City. High snap.
Wow.
Underwood got it.
It's got to be, man, that black on black uniform has got to be hiding that ball just right. And it was almost like Portageville had no idea he even had it. He just walked right by 3 or 4 defenders, just like that.
I was like, what's impressive is his ability to be elusive in traffic. Like, there was a lot of traffic right there. Like, a lot of people could have possibly got a hand on him, but nobody got close.
Nobody even tried. There was not even an attempt. Here's the kick.
And it's good.
Up and good. A traditional game, 28-14, 3:23 to go here in the third quarter. Scott City up by 2. We'll be back in just a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics the same way we've supported our customers in the community for 85 years. Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938. Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the football field and in your field.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. Scott City with Chaffee goes up 2 scores, 28-14.
Pretty cool announcement they just made. The winner of the 50-50 winner chicken dinner is donated it all back. $400-something. That's
and
amazing.
It's going to the scholarship fund for a student that is fighting cancer. So that is a really cool thing. And their name was Angel. So
that's how they announce it. So we have an angel among us. Out of bounds. All right. Well, decent field position for Portageville. We'll be on about the 45.
Can we answer? We got close last time. We could smell it. We've been close to pay dirt 2 times in a row.
It's not that that we can't score, because I know we can.
We've done it twice today.
It's how the series falls apart. We'll have 3 or 4 good plays, and then all of a sudden something happens. We change something, and it's.
I mean, we've only had 1 punt all night. We have only had 1 punt all night. All the other drives
have. Does that take away the interceptions? You know what I mean? Like
the 1 interception from Bab, you can't forgive. But I guess he's not really a quarterback, so you can kind of forgive. But the 1 on 4th down, But still, all of them have stalled in the red zone.
So we'll see how Portageville responds here. 1st and 10 from their own 41. A handoff to Brody.
Going a little bit too fast there for some of the Bulldog wide receivers. They didn't even know the play had started.
Yeah, he was already at the line of scrimmage before they even knew to move. So a little short gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Ball on the 43.
A 2-yard gain is not what you want. You want at least 3 or more.
Got the Warlock over there on the far side of the field. Bab here with Bell in the slot. Higginbottom trying there for the screen.
A sack.
He somehow got out of the pocket there. It collapsed on him, but he still lost a few yards, maybe just 3. So it'll bring up 2nd and a long 11 for the Bulldogs now.
And say that far
protection is falling apart. We need more protection there from our guys up front. I know they're probably gassed. I hate to say that.
And like that, so we had similar problems near the end of half when we were trying to take some deep shots right there. That was like the penultimate play of halftime where we had a shot and this on the outside they came and took us down. That was not, if anything, it might be the offensive tackle at that point, but that was more of a blitzing linebacker like that is more of a running back responsibility.
A handoff to Higginbottom. He gets a gain of about 5. He brings it back into it for us, but we're on the 45, so it'll bring up 4th and 6. So they only gave him, gain of 5, so 4th and 6. So a no huddle, straight back on it. Well, I can see us going on 2 here. So hold your count, Bulldogs.
Say plenty of time on the play clock.
Oh, definitely. Screen pass over here to Bab. Still on his feet, crosses midfield. He gets it. It looks like he gets it. Looks like he goes out about the 46. It's good. So a gain of about 9 for Bab.
Aggressive play call. I like it. It is a little bit risky. As my father would say, me and Bear Bryant would have probably punted there. But I'm glad we got the first.
Unless you're Pat McAfee. You could have fake punted.
All right, we're returning to the heavy package. Bad snap. It's picked up, though. Brody
picks
Warren.
it up. Good grab by our fullback, or halfback. It's a gain of about 4. They'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Lemons out of lemonade there. That could have been really bad, but Brody saved the day. Father Tolton, 45, Hayti 6.
Kind of what we talked about.
I'm glad they scored 6. I'm
yeah,
proud for you, Hayti.
absolutely.
It's better than what we did.
Nothing.
Say Father Tolton was a sight
Heavy
to
package
behold.
back in, and there is a whistle for
equipment.
Oh, equipment. Number 60. That is Braden Jeffries.
Our center.
Our center. That's
so
all
let's
right.
watch out here. Okay, let's see how this goes. New center in. Hopefully bad things don't happen.
Good snap. Handoff to Higginbottom. Bounces out to the left. Gets the first down.
There
Still
we go. Come on, Deuce.
Crosses the 20. 10. Touchdown, Deuce. Deuce.
Deuce gets his Deuce touchdown of the night. A 46-yard touchdown run for Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom. It's now a 28-20 ball game with about 20 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Needed that, but I think we needed it earlier. I just hope that it's not too late. We still have a lot of game left here.
We got
I'm not trying to be too skeptic, but
we got a whole quarter. We just need a good defensive stand, and it's not all over yet.
We're going to go for 2. Heavy package is in. That's when we see Bab.
Another bad snap.
There was a whistle, I think, before. False start, yes.
I'll take it. You don't normally want to get a penalty.
Yep. Gives us a second chance here, but that's all right, though. A little more breathing room.
So that play wasn't, that first play was not going to work out with the low snap.
Looks like we're going back to a normal package with Max Warren at the helm.
Watch the edges.
We've only got 10 on the play, so got to get it going. Now at 5. Max back to pass, throwing into the corner.
Jack
Bell. It is complete. I was waiting for a flag there, but it's complete. 22-28 is a score, though. Still down by 6. Down by 1 touchdown. It's not too bad. 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
The Portageville School District Administration and Board of Directors salute the members, coaches, and staff of the Portageville Bulldogs in working to make this another championship year. Congratulations from Superintendent of Schools Barry Branscombe, Board President Jared Warren, Vice President Michael Prince, Treasurer Matt Brasher, Secretary John Warren, and Directors Butch Williams, Donna Hawkins, and Lewis Roan. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the administration, faculty, staff, and students of the Portageville School District.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans, here with the waning moments of the third quarter. 20 seconds to be exact. Portageville cut into the Scott City lead. It's now 28-22, still in favor of the Ram Devils of Scott City with Chaffee. We're going to see if Portageville can play some pretty good defense. Great touchdown run from Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom, 46-yard touchdown run, and then Jack Bell with a 2-point conversion catch. I know Mr. Scott Norman out there was probably excited. Him and Jack always argue in the halls about what Jack's going to do Friday nights, and I think he's very happy that Jack was able to pull down that 2-point conversion attempt. All right. Max Warren to kick. And it's up and away. It's going to fall in the field, so Scott City will
get down there, dogs. Oh, whiffed him.
One did. So the ball did hit the turf, but Portageville was not able to capitalize on it.
Decent return.
So 14 seconds, we'll see Scott City run one play, and then we'll be in the fourth and final quarter.
I'm not so much worried about a big stoppage here, but we definitely need to not let them have a big play going into the fourth quarter. Just need to play it out.
Swapping balls.
Hey, I know this play where they just snap it wrong ball. In the center, takes off running.
The fumble-rooski.
All right, now we're underway.
Looks like they might go to the air, kind of how they were walking up to the line. It is going to be a quarterback keeper.
And that will be enough to go into the fourth and final quarter. 28-22 is the score, still in favor of the Rams here in Scott City as we go into the fourth and final quarter, trailing by 6. We'll be back in just a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
Greenpoint Ag is game ready to evaluate and supply your specific agronomic needs, helping you score touchdowns all season long. Your premier provider throughout the South. We're farmer-owned and locally focused. We are Greenpoint Ag. For more information, contact your local Portageville Greenpoint Ag.
Good luck to the Portageville Bulldogs from Rob Barham and the staff at Greenpoint Ag on State Highway T in Portageville. Call 573-379-3816.
All right, welcome back, Bulldog football faithful. 12 minutes left to go here in the ball game.
Well, if Portageville has it in them, they've got to dig deep and find it and hold on to it. Answer back. Don't let Scott City score here at the start of the fourth. They've got to answer back. We've got to at least tie it going back here into the fourth.
We got to get a stop.
We've got a major stop here. We've got to do something. So we had a decent stop there on that play, last play. Just a quarterback keeper. He ran it for about, 2 yards, but came backwards. So he didn't run it for any. So it would be 2nd and 10 for the Rams on their own 39.
Another quarterback keeper. The deception worked that time.
Jack Bell wraps him up, brings him down, but it's enough for that first down. So a 10-yard big play gets him at midfield.
So I don't like to see the conversion, but I did like to see the wrapping up there by Jack Bell. First and 10, still barely in Scott City territory on the 49-yard line. Actually, it's right on the 50.
Right on it. It's on their side of the 50, though. That matters.
The 49.5. Going to the air this time. He's going to tuck it and keep it. Let's stop whiffing, dogs, and we got to bring him down.
Goodness. Max Ordez. Max Warren. Tay Bogan. All three in on that stop.
Second and 1.
Now, yeah, 2nd and 2. A gain of 8 for that play that was falling apart and somehow became super positive. So big gain. 18 yards in the last 2 plays. We've got to slow them down. And they're also eating clock at the moment. Controlling the game.
So I'm not too concerned with the clock. I'm more concerned with getting the downs, which that's it. Up! He lost it! He recovers it, but that was That was something.
I don't understand how it
was
came
he
out.
switching hands?
He might have been switching hands.
But still, like, the switching of the hands.
The immediate reaction from the Warlock.
Too bad Portageville did not recover.
And again, there's one of those big plays where we could have been a little bit closer maybe to capitalize on him fumbling the football himself, but
the fumble prevented the touchdown. That was 6.
The fumble prevented the touchdown, but at the same time, they are 3 yards shy of a red zone and pay dirt. 10:30 to go here in the fourth and final quarter.
So a substitute in for the Dogs. Scott City in no hurry, as Mr. Conway already pointed out. They need.
No, there's no rush for them. Well, the clock has stopped, but
the player we just sent into sub just ran back out.
High snap, handoff, looking for that little sneaky seam. He found it, but was tackled by number 8, James Shalley. He's holding his leg.
So I
don't like that.
Slow to get up.
Maybe a slight crampage here. Again, kind of foresaw that. 1 week off, hotter temperatures, muggier, humid. Not saying we didn't run at practice, but like you noted, game conditioning and practice conditioning, two totally separate adrenalines.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that Coach Aaron doesn't get it hype at practice, but something about a game, it's totally different.
Say official timeout for injury there, just to get the limping Bulldogs off. Ten minutes left to go in the ball game. Next door, handoff to Underwood. He's going to get tackled by Ordez. That's his 5th tackle tonight. It'll be a short gain, but we'll keep it third down for Scott City. 2 downs away. Can we hold them? We just need to get 2 more downs. As we click not closer to 9 minutes left in this ball game.
Yep, just clock management.
So I will worry about the clock once we get 2 more downs here. Low snap, that helps Dogs. Immediately jumped on by number 52, Tay Bogan.
11, Parker Babb as well.
There we go, that's 1 down. Just need 1 more. Come on, defense, come on, boys. 1 more down. Ugh. Just need 1 more. Can we get it? So Portageville running almost a goal line stance. Forefront with 2 blitzing, high snap. Can we stop them? I think we did. Defense did its job, thanks to Tay Bogan and a host of other Dogs. Can the offense do theirs?
Well, they need it. They need big ones right here. 8 minutes.
I see us.
Clock manage yourself. I mean, you need these big plays, but you also need to. We've got a lot of field to cover here. 8 minutes.
I think it's going to be heavy package. That's been one of our more successful lineups. In fact, that's what it is. There's Parker Babb right there. And as you mentioned, all we need, a couple of yards here, a couple of yards there. And we have a timeout. Portageville.
We'll just keep it here because we missed. I missed this at the halftime. Shout out to some of our watchers on Facebook Live at the moment. I see Johnny Haynes giving us a shout out. What's up, Johnny? Sheriff Thomas Greenwell. Let's go, Dogs. Chad Hickson, Pam Skinner, Willante Jennings, Scotty Burks.
Scotty Burks. Scotty Burks. Shout out to you, Scotty.
Miss Jenny Dubois, Terry Simpson, and that was the same one. All right, double of them on there.
We doubled up, double bubbled. Let's say Alan Hall says that Portageville should be winning on YouTube. I cannot agree more.
Right.
Hopefully, we can pull this off here with this next 8 minutes.
Johnny's back live watching with us. He said, "What's up?" We're here, Johnny. 8:15 in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs needing something big here. Down by 6.
Say, heavy package is what we were shown before we took the timeout. I imagine we're going to go back to that. 3 yards and a pile of dust is all we need. 4 yards if we're getting greedy, but I'll take it.
Trey Turner said, "Yo, get them, Bulldogs." All right, back here at Scott City. Bulldogs under way. Heavy package like Mr. Davidson called. Kind of a low snap, but it was a handoff to Deuce. Not much. Not much there. Maybe 2. Maybe 2. 2nd and 8.
So short of the 3 that we would like to have. We're behind schedule, but not necessarily off schedule. Same formation.
Parker Babb deciding to keep it. Still on his feet.
Keeps
Still
going.
on his feet to the 30. All right. Big play there. About 16 yards for Mr. Babb to get the first down. Puts us on the 30. Move the change. 7:33 to go now here in the fourth.
Moving the change is the most important aspect of that particular point. Now we're still on schedule. 7:30 left to go here in the ball game. There is a very upset Ram that just came off the field.
Heavy package still seems to be the one that's working. Babb with protection in front, still on his feet, across the 35,
chopping,
still
keep
on
chopping.
his feet, to the 40. There's another 10. Move the chains. 7:05 now to go.
As the boys yell in the hallways in between classes, smash mouth football. That's what we're seeing right here, right now.
1st and 10, ball on the 40. Under 7.
Parker Babb has been kind of the go-to to kind of carry it along. Do we see a pitch here to Deuce? Maybe give Brody a shot. Maybe give Caden Jones a shot. Sophomore coming in.
No passing here. Parker Babb with the carry. Breaks through the middle, crosses midfield, and he gets another first down. A gain of 12, Mr. Davidson. We're in Ram territory.
Man, like, it's hard to stop running that play.
16, 10, and 12, last 3 plays.
I better say, it's hard to not run that play the way it's been going.
Run that clock, the ref said. 6:30 to go here in the fourth. 28-22, Bulldogs marching. We are on the Ram 49, just over midfield.
A traditional Portageville Scott City matchup.
Babb still in the backfield. Warren here on near side to us. You can see him at the bottom of our screen. Babb with the quarterback keeper. 5 yards now. 6 yard. That's a good carry.
That's all you need. 4 yards.
Hang on a second. The Rams are jumping. They're saying that it was a fumble. I didn't see a ball come loose.
The refs are talking, and it's Scott City ball.
Well, there that went.
Hey, 5:46. It's still a decent amount of time. Scott City is going to milk
recover.
it.
We've got to. This has got to make you fire up inside or something. I don't know.
They can't get a first.
Nothing crazy here though. No penalties or anything silly. Just do it right.
They can maybe get one first, but we really don't need them to get any first. It needs to be a 3 and out. We Spirit Fingers for radio listeners at home
watching live stream, we've got to do something. We've got to cheer on the Dogs. 5:46 to go here in this fourth quarter. We've got to have a big turnover here. Got to bring it back. We shouldn't have lost it there. I don't understand.
We shouldn't have lost it, but what we need now is prevent the first down. You got 4 plays that you have to sink here. Get those 4 plays right now, not near the end zone.
Scott City definitely going to be doing clock management plays here, just trying to eat it up. But also, too, they're going to try to advance down the field. They actually lose a yard on that carry. So it'll bring up 2nd and 11, which is helpful for Portageville, but not for the clock. 5:30. It looks like we still have two timeouts. No, yes, yeah, 2 timeouts. But they have all 3.
Terrence Boyd with the tackle. We'll probably utilize those timeouts if we can get into a 3rd down, 4th down kind of range. We might use one of those here, but they're going to milk it until under 5 minutes.
You can see at the top of the screen, Coach Bidwell jumping around, making all the plays, calling them out, adjusting the defense. Here's the snap. There's the throw. There's a screen. CJ out. Oh, man. No plays. All right. CJ Miller.
There we go. Negative yardage, 3rd and 15. You don't necessarily have to call the timeout here. If we can get a down, if it's downed in the end, if it's downed in the field, we're taking a timeout here before 4th down. Bend don't break. 3rd and long, 4th and long has been Portageville's problem. Can we show that we have fixed that problem? Eight seconds left to go on the play clock for the Rams. As we approach 4 minutes, timeout, Scott City.
Game. They either called a timeout. Yep, they got the timeout first. This sideline ref got the timeout before the backside judge threw the flag for the delay of game. Good safe call by Scott City, but it ate up a lot of precious time. 4:11 to go here in this ball game. We'll just keep it here. Just keep it here. It's too much excitement going on. 3rd and 14 for the Rams when they get back out there on the field.
So big 3rd down here. Portageville has had trouble with the 3rd downs as of the last few games. Tonight it hasn't been too bad, so hopefully we can continue to reap here on 3rd down. You can imagine if we get the stop here on 3rd, we're going to take the timeout ourselves. Scott City will punt. It will give us not as good field position as we were having, but the heavy package was working. As long as Parker keeps a hold of that ball, we should be going because he was getting 10 to 5 yards a pop.
My household is cheering at home. They're watching us live. A couple more people's joined on Facebook. Bridget Barnett, let's go Dogs. Olivia Hanson, come on boys. Johnny's back watching with us. Faithful follower.
Thank you to all the Bulldog faithful out there as Scott City breaks the huddle. Scott City's head coach was frantically calling for timeout right there before the play clock ran out.
Definitely on your feet, making noise. Big stop here for the Dogs. 3rd and 14 after a Ram timeout. 4:11 to go here in this game. Snap underway. Back to pass. Fires across midfield, and it's caught. Tackle made by number 9, Evan Windsor.
He made it worth it.
Made it worth it. Oh, and he did. It's a 1st down for the Rams. Man.
It's right there at the sticks. He didn't have anybody covering him, but that kind of happens considering we're running more of a cover 3 to kind of prevent that big play. So Evan coming in there like a rocket and
okay,
drilling.
So clock starts at the ref's arm there. 4 minutes to go. 1st and 10. Ball on the Bulldog 46.
Imagine 3 minutes is where Portageville will start trying to utilize some of their timeouts, especially if it gets into 3rd down, 4th down territory.
Here we are. It's another timeout Rams. That is interesting. I guess they're just eating clock, but they're eating their own timeouts. I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense to me.
If they get another 1st down, they have game essentially. So they need to get another 1st down. They're coming up with a good play to kind of strategize for that. We'll go ahead.
Yeah, we'll
take
throw
a
it back.
deep breather.
Yeah, we'll take a break right here. Let everybody calm down for a moment. 3:41 to go here in this fourth and final quarter. 28-22. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
The city of Portageville extends congratulations to the Portageville Bulldogs on another fine year. You represent our school and community in a very positive manner and have contributed to making this year's team one of the best ever to wear the blue and white. On behalf of the city of Portageville, Mayor Michael Cook Jr., Alderman Gary Falk, Dennis McCrate, Rob Smith, Chris Simmons, City Clerk Rachel Rather, and all city employees send their very best wishes. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the city of Portageville.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. 1st and 10, Scott City coming out of the timeout. 3:40 left to go here in the ball game. Scott City
Max
with
Ordez
the ball.
in the backfield, stopping the play. Ozdaz. I like that.
Timeout, Portageville have the Maxie Ordez tackle. It'll be a gain of 1 on the Rustin Underwood carry. I know it's a serious moment of the game, and like it's a tight game.
Hey, we've had it wrong before too.
We've had too, but Ordonez was just, it made me chuckle. All right, we will keep it here again since we just came out of the timeout. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining. Portageville is probably might not take a timeout here after 2nd down, but probably will take it on 4th down if we can get to a 4th down.
I don't know. I'm not going to make any more predictions. I've called a few of them out, and it's stuff that we didn't need to happen, and I spoke it to existence, so I'm just not going to predict anything else.
Kennett 28, Kelly 18. Crothersville and Sykeston are tied 35 apiece.
One of our followers can predict the outcome of this game. Here's a handoff to Underwood. They've got to make a big stop here.
Stretch.
Was it C.J. Miller was a force out there?
Gain of 7, but it will keep it 3rd down, and he does force him out of bounds, so that should stop the clock. It does stop the clock. 3rd and 3. 3:28 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Players getting situated. All right. If you get a stop, this would be a good time to have a negative play.
See the blitz coming.
And they're going to the air. Quarterback.
Ooh,
incomplete.
Incomplete. We needed that. That's good. 4th down here.
It's 4th and short, though.
4th and short. 4th and 3. 4th and 2.
Crothersville 49, Sykeston 42. Shootout.
Wow.
(28-22) is the score. 3:23 left to go here in the ball game. 4th and 2. This is ball game here, folks.
Yeah.
This could be ball game. Portageville's hopes stay alive if we get a stop.
Both teams with 1 timeout apiece. We've got 5 on the play clock for the Rams. High snap. He runs it near side.
He gets it.
He has it. Stop made by Babb, but he got the 1st down. That was enough possibly to seal the deal for the Rams. It's not over completely. They score a touchdown. Yeah, but I don't know.
They got they converted the down. It's getting the chances is slimming out. It's not impossible, but we got 3 minutes left and only 1 timeout. They have 4 downs. So we can only call 1 time. We can only stop the clock once. And they're going to take as much time as possible. The best thing that could happen to us is if they get a delay game.
I don't think they're going to allow that to happen. Hand it off to Underwood. C.J. Miller in there with the stop. And a timeout, Bulldogs. Quick one. We burn our last one. So that, I don't know. Strategy, yes, that's the smartest thing to do to allow the most time on the clock. at the end, for you to have for a potential Hail Mary. But, I mean,
I don't know what the book would say.
We should have never had the fumble here.
And it's a egg-shaped ball. You can't really help how it bounces. Scott City shouldn't have had the fumble whenever they were about to run in the guaranteed go-ahead touchdown score.
That was a operator error, honestly.
Yeah.
He was switching from one side to the other, and just too much speed. I feel like Portageville should have capitalized on that moment because that coverage was way too spread out for him to be allowed that much room to run. I don't know.
So I don't know what the book would have said, though. 2:40, 2nd and 11. I might have waited one more time to take the timeout, one more down to take the timeout, but.
Well, right now we're at 2:39 left, and it's allowed 2nd and 11. It's allowed the most time left in the game. We got to have a big stop here.
Quarterback keeper.
Not that big of a stop. We stopped them from getting a first down. It does not stop the clock, though. It'll bring up 2nd and 3 or so for the Rams.
Third and 3.
3rd and 3, I'm sorry. They're going to let about 30 seconds or so eat off the clock before they snap it. So it'll be under 2 before when they snap the ball.
So at the most amount of time Portageville can have on the clock, if we can get 2 stops back-to-back here, is under a minute.
Like 45 seconds. Yeah. We need a big stop. We need a big stop right here, right now. Defense has to step up, step in there, find that football, force it out of somebody's hands, make a big stop here. They don't. Okay.
It's a first down. That's game.
Brody Warren with the tackle, but yes, Mr. Davidson, you are correct. That is the first down, and that is ball game. With 1:47 to go here in this 4th and final quarter, they're in the red zone. They're on the 19, but he was forced out of bounds, so the clock stopped. One play is all they need. Well,
3 plays.
3 plays, and then the game's over with.
And they have 4 downs, so assume victory formation. In fact, that's what they're doing.
Yep. Playing smart. Playing small ball.
That's the first knee.
Yep. Man, Portageville needed this one.
It's a heartbreaker.
We needed this one.
But at least, it sounds so bad saying this, but the margin keeps shrinking.
It is. It does.
It doesn't.
Okay, so we started off with a 3A school, and then we went immediately to
a Hayti team that this team blew out last week.
Right.
And now we hung with them at their own home court. We held serve as best we could. And it's just on to next week. Hey, we finally get to go home next week, though.
Finally, yeah. Our season opener will be week 5. That's all right, though. 1-3 on the season. 1-3.
As we're down to 50 seconds, 3rd and long.
Who do we have next week, Mr. Davidson?
That's what I'm trying to remember. So I usually take it one game at a time, in all honesty. I feel like it's Charleston, actually.
All right. And
in a rematch of the Hurricane game.
That last knee on the field, and you hear the fans and the cowbell, more cowbell here at Scott City. They lining it up in the midfield. 28-22 is going to be the final. Tough loss for the Dogs. I thought there were several moments there that we should have had at least 2 more touchdowns in this game. I will say that till I'm blue in the face. We should have had 2 more touchdowns. Specifically right here in the 4th quarter.
On the other side of it, though, Scott City had a touchdown that would have sealed it about 10 minutes ago that they let fumble. So, the football gods giveth.
Oh,
the football gods giveth away as the fireworks start firing off over there in the distance. There you go. You get one last.
You get one last little pop off there. That was pretty cool. Honestly, scared me. Everybody was looking that way, and I was kind of watching like, why is everybody boom? All right, made sense. All right, we will send it to commercial real quick. Let Mr. Davidson get his final stats together, and we will be back for the post game. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Hi, my name is Reese Roan. And I'm Phoebe Run. Our parents own Butler Jug, and they are proud supporters of Portageville Bulldog athletics, especially the cheerleaders.
Butler Drugstore has proudly served our hometown community with pharmacy services since 1947. We also offer many vaccines as well as free testing services for COVID, flu, and RSV. Please call or stop by to see how we can help you with your healthcare needs. We would love to serve you.
If disaster strikes, what would happen to your business? Let the professional team at Ellington Insurance make sure you're covered. Ellington Insurance offers a wide range of services from group and property insurance to commercial general liability, business auto, small business and workers' comp from companies you trust like Philadelphia, Liberty Mutual, Columbia, and Travelers. Ellington Insurance understands the needs of local businesses because they're one too. Contact them today and get covered in Portageville and Caruthersville or online at ellingtoninsurance.com.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans, here at Scott City, where it's a sad one for the Dogs. Final score 28-22 in favor of the Scott City with Chaffee Ram Devils, as we like to call them, as a combination name. Not the night you were hoping for. It was a traditional Scott City Portageville game. Both teams were fairly evenly matched.
Absolutely, I'd call it that. It's very traditional. Even with the added Red Devils, this was a normal Scott City full capacity.
This is what you expect. This is neither team really pulls away. Both teams play hard. There's a lot of exciting plays, a lot of different bounces, and we just came up on the wrong side of the coin tonight to end up 28-22. Yeah. Let's go over some stats for you. We'll start off in the air. We don't have a whole lot for the air. Jack Bell had 3 yards receiving on the 2-point conversion attempt. That was good. He's then ahead of him is number 20, Brody Warren. He ended up having a 4-yard snag. Then you have number 1, Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom, who had 2 catches for 8 yards. Number 8, James Shalley, had 1 rush for about 2 yards. Then you had our QB, Max Horn. He had 25 yards rushing on an option and a couple quarterback keepers. Then you had number 20, his cousin, Brody Warren. He has 39 yards rushing, finishing 3rd on the rushing chart. Parker Babb had 75 yards rushing and a TD. And then number 1, Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom, finished the night with 161 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. His best game of the season, possibly.
A great game for him.
Possibly the best game of his varsity career.
The stats don't reflect how. So we had some major turnovers, though.
We did.
That really crippled us. I'm sure you were about to go over those.
As I say, we had we had the interception. We had a couple of interceptions that really kind of hurt us, and that key fumble on that last drive offensively. But on defense, we looked pretty decently despite giving up some big plays. Parker Babb had a tackle. Terrence Boyd had a tackle. Number 7, Max Warren had a tackle. Number 50, Eli Wheeler had a tackle and a forced fumble. Number 8, James Shalley had 2 tackles. Number 52, Tay Bogan, had 4 tackles. Our leading tackler of the night, playing with a heavy heart, but he played his guts out. Numbers 30, C.J. Miller, had 7 tackles. Very impressive for a sophomore. Number 1.
Playing with a lot on his mind tonight as he's dealing with some family stuff, so had a great game.
Yep. Number 1 for the Dogs, Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom. He didn't do much on defense, but he did force a fumble and get a fumble recovery. Number 20, Brody Warren. He had 5 tackles and a sack. Number 9, Evan Windsor, the Warlock. He had 2 tackles. Number 3, Jack Bell ended up with 3 tackles. And number 53 for the Dogs, Maximiliano Ordez, had 6 tackles and an interception. A heck of a night for the junior Maxie. But that will do it for us here in Scott City. Next time you'll hear us, we'll be at home finally against the Charleston Blue Jays. I did verify. I figured it was about the time for the rematch of the Hurricane game. And an interesting wrinkle to the Charleston game, last year's head coach, Luke Rayfield, is the defensive coordinator at Charleston this year. So a homecoming for him of sorts, a interesting matchup between the two of us. And I think we should have won that game last year if we just picked the other direction. So it'll be interesting to see how we rebound after this game and taking on a Charleston team who is currently number 2 in the district behind Saxony Lutheran.
Yep. All right. Well, like Paul said, that does it for us here. Tune in to us next Friday as we take on the Blue Jays. Tough loss here at Scott City.
It is senior night next Friday, by the way. Forgot about that. And I believe that's when we rescheduled to do the Hall of Fame ceremony, because we were originally supposed to do the Hall of Fame ceremony against Confluence Prep. They moved it to that night. So sorry about that interrupting.
Anyway, all right. So catch us next Friday at home for our first game, Week 5. I'm Heath Conaway alongside Paul Davidson. You've been listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
This has been Portageville Bulldog Football. Our broadcast presented by Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Baker Implement Company, NEA Baptist Hospital, and by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Title sponsor for our broadcast, First State Bank and Trust. Broadcast sponsors include Ellington Insurance, the City of Portageville, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Portageville Schools, Butler Drug, Greenpoint Ag of Portageville, First State Community Bank, New Madrid County Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Amy Pryor, and by Lewis Roan Farms. This broadcast has been a production of Pollock Broadcasting Company.